world.
Is that what Jerry does, Mikey?
Guess
Similar.
what? We're back after 6 month hiatus.
Where have you guys been?
I've been looking for you, dude.
I've been right here waiting every night, sitting here with headphones waiting.
Greeno's streaming live shows, but he doesn't know it's not going over air.
No wonder there's no comments. I don't know what's going on. So how's everybody been doing?
Good. How you been, man?
I'm good. Just got out of jail yesterday, so everything's looking pretty good right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the reason why we haven't done. Greeno's been in prison for the last 6 months for.
I got 10 years, but I got out after 6 months with good behavior.
Yeah, we know what that means.
Yeah.
How's your knees?
The locks are clearing up.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. All right, so everybody's doing good, sounds like.
Yeah.
See if we can remember how to do these. See if I can remember how to do these. So today was record store day. Oh, Ralph Bat, thanks for everybody joining. Thanks, Mikey, Lazarus.
Yeah.
Glad to be back, man.
Always a
Glad
pleasure.
to be back.
And dude, congratulations on 500 episodes. That's freaking insane.
Isn't that some crazy shit when you really think about what that means? It's like, oh my god, dude. Either I'm
Fridays.
Either I'm the biggest gigantic loser on the internet, or I've got something working over here. I don't know. But
That's awesome.
500 is nuts. And we had a crazy celebration of people in studio and people joining in. It was really cool. So I appreciate it.
You guys have made that show. It's a VC institution now, and it's kind of odd because it's not just that; it's got a cool community around it too. So that's not,
To me, that's the greatest accomplishment of the whole thing. Is like some of these cats wouldn't really know each other if it wasn't for us, and now they interact and communicate and talk about music and all kinds of other shit. And so I'm like, hey man, I did that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, absolutely. It's freaking killer.
I always like to definitely say the OG of the streaming shows.
He told us nobody's gonna watch this shit. Nobody watches an hour-long live stream. And now look at the VC. That's all it is.
But you know what, Mikey? Did you start doing it for people to watch and get views, or you started doing it just because you felt like doing it and have fun?
Well, I originally, because I've been a working musician for 15 years or something like that, and all of a sudden I stopped playing shows, and I didn't know what the hell to do on the weekends, and I was living with my best friend, which is it was like a 14-year-old sleepover every weekend, and we were jamming records, and I'm like, wait, can't we broadcast this somewhere? And that's what, and I was standing there with a mic, we were acting stupid, there was nobody watching. I just, if I get in front of a camera and there's a microphone hot somewhere, I just turn into another thing. It doesn't matter who's there.
You couldn't even stream on YouTube at the time, right?
No, it was
somewhere else.
Ustream.
I remember Ustream, yeah.
And then you would upload it to YouTube, right?
And I think there was sometimes 2 people watching on Ustream, and it was fun. And it's like sometimes we'd hit there'd be like 5 people and be like, oh shit, we're popping off, Yeah, good old days.
I remember those days. Like, wow, I've got 10 subscribers. Like, 10 people really give a shit about what I'm doing?
Dude, when Dr. Deadwax got us over 100 subs, he gave us a shout out, and we got like 100 subs. Because he's like, I can't believe you guys don't have more subs. And hitting 100, we were like, what the fuck, man? It was like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but all those early subs ended up being the closest friends kind of in the VC, if you haven't kind of noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because I was the same way. Just, I'm going to throw some videos up. If anybody watches, that's cool. I'd like to meet some people that are as frankly fucking stupid as I am buying all these old records. And that's what turned out to happen. You know what I mean? I don't care if I have 100 subs, if they're good solid subs, or 100,000, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure have people that are gonna be there, not just, I don't need sympathy subs and shit. I appreciate anything, but if you're not gonna hang with us,
Yeah, I remember back in the when it all started, it was, to me, this is what social media was. It was that I was doing it for the few friends that I met, and it was like a place to meet and just kind of do videos back and forth like people use Facebook now, not so much it being like a channel that's obligated to gain subscribers and then hopefully make money on and all this other stuff. To me, it was just a way to share videos to each other, to people that you know, you have something in common with that live on the other side of the country kind of thing. And, you know, you can chat and send messages back and forth, and you can't really do that anymore now. But that's what it was to me originally, was just this, you know, and the VC was this little just group, you know, that I think nobody heard of unless you were in it, you know, kind of back then. So it's just amazing what it is now.
Yeah, it's pretty
Here we are,
nuts,
like
man.
about 10 years later. It's crazy.
You know, we were doing stuff. We were making, you know, vinyl videos, and somebody, Sean0612, he was the first pal we ever made on the internet, and he was like, "You guys should look. Look on YouTube because we're already uploading to YouTube." But he was like, "There's a thing called the vinyl community, the VC." Actually, he said VC, and I'm like, "You mean Viet Cong? Wait up, I don't want to. Come on now." But no, he's like, "No, the vinyl community, and there's all these people. There are already all these people making videos," and I'm like, "Oh shit, they're kind of doing what we're doing. It's like with, you know, a lot more soberly, but a lot more sober than us." But
Yeah, I kind of remember that when you first started, you were kind of outside of that, and then kind of come in to the VC. So it wasn't like you started because of the VC.
I kind of liked always being the redheaded stepchild, of being a little bit on the outskirts, because you don't get necessarily sucked into all the bullshit.
Right.
I mean, because there's so much bullshit that goes on, and I'm like, guys are in fucking middle school. What are you doing? But
man, I love the end. It was crazy to see the ending of the video where you put the montage together.
Oh yeah,
it's like, wow, they have been on for a long time. It's like,
I was like, look
shit.
how I was fatter then, so that's a good thing. But man, my beard was like dark. I'm like, holy shit. It was like brown hair in my beard. Now I look like fucking Santa Claus over here.
What was it, 2 or 3 years ago? We all took pictures of our first videos and was sending them around. It was like, holy shit, we've all kind of
Oh yeah,
definitely aged. So, all right, man. A little bit of everything today, just kind of jumping around. We got one main topic, but since today's record store day, figure if anybody partaked, feel free to jump in. George, you said you did pretty well with the record store day at the shop today, huh?
Yeah, we had the biggest line I think we've ever had outside, which is weird because I always go into record store day thinking this is going to be the worst
the last one. Right.
But you know, all the grief that I give like Taylor Swift and all that shit, I actually think her releasing something today, or at least her label releasing something today, actually helped.
Hey, it helps the shop. That's cool. You know.
Well, you know, brought, not only did it bring out the young girls to buy the things, but like if they had a little brother or sister, and then their mother and father, you know, buying records too. So
yeah. Like I said, there was a family of 5: mom, dad, 3 kids that were in line. They're getting Taylor Swift, so you know maybe they picked something else up.
I respect anybody that's that fanatical about anything, you know. I mean, that's good for them.
well, I told her, you know, this is her generation's Beatles, like,
yeah.
You know, so I mean, I think she's going to see her in New York again with my wife, and so I mean, she's not into it just to. I don't know. She's been into her too long now to be a trend, I think.
You know, I mean, with the record store day stuff, I don't do it. Everybody, I think I've kind of said that. And a lot of the people, or some of the people in the VC don't do it. Some people are jaded, just don't do it. A lot of people do it. But you know what? I mean, overall, if it brings new people to the hobby and are truly into it, not just out buying shit, so, hey, it's going to be worth money next month or flip it or whatever, but truly into it and are collecting, that's cool, man. You know, hey.
We had one guy that it was funny because all 3 of us, as soon as he came up to the counter, he was well older than all of us. I mean, he had to be in his late 70s maybe, and he just plops down like 25 albums. So we have a system. I just read off numbers and the other guy punches it in, so we super fast, and it's like all over the gamut. So I just look at my partner and I'm like, I wonder where these are going.
Yeah.
You know, they're going right up on Discogs or eBay. So
yeah.
But he was the only one that had like a load like that, you know.
Now,
You know, Shane Rocky, our mod, he posted a picture in Discord today. His daughter bought her first record today.
that's cool.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
that was cool. It's cool to see that.
Yeah.
I just think for most of the classic VC guys and the classic record guys, I totally get why. I hate record store day, but I love it at the same time because there's always something that I'm going, I'm not going to buy anything this year. And then you see the list and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Now I'm buying stuff, So
yeah, that's what happened to me. I started out, I'm just going to pick up that Pearl Jam live album, which I did, but then it trickled into other things.
And it's funny, like when I unbox the boxes when they come in the week before, when I have them in my hand, I have no interest until I'm actually holding it in my hand, and I feel like, fuck, man, this looks too cool,
You get sucked in, man. I'm
Yeah.
traditionally not a record store day guy, but last year, the year before, like I think it was last year, but I went like later in the day, and I thought it was one cool thing I wanted to get. I think it was that live Motorhead shit that came out, and I was like, cool, I'm going to get this. And then I saw Miles Davis, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. And then next thing you know, I'm walking over here and I've got a stack, and I'm like, God damn it, man, I'm spending like $100. Like this is not what I came in to do. You get sucked in. It's like, it's like gambling. Next thing you know, you're down 100. You're like, what the fuck?
Now, the couple times I've always taken advantage of the back issue sales. You know what I mean? They got stuff on sale, so I kind of end up doing that, and I end up picking up something. I have more record store day releases because of that guy. And I'll be like, hey, did you grab this? Have you seen it anywhere else? Yeah, I'll get you one.
Yeah.
Sweet. What's up, Oz?
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get a thing today, but
Oh, is that the big boy?
Yeah, he's the new one.
Look how big that thing is. Look, that's awesome, man.
oh my gosh.
It's a boy, right?
Got a saddle on that one?
It's a house
Pretty
horse.
much, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Reno, I saw your post on Facebook today. Did you lose your beagle?
Yeah, we lost her in March last year. We lost her, and then we lost our little Chewini in September. So that was, they were both 15. We had them for a long time.
When I lose my beagles, dude, I'm gonna die.
Dude, it was rough. I mean, the beagle, we all loved her, but the beagle was my wife's dog, like full on, no questions asked. And the Chewini, Emery, was my dog, always right there with me. So it's pretty rough. But
Frank's right here.
There you go. But he's awesome, and we were like, let's take a break because we still have one little dog at the time, Gertie, and she's another Chewini. And next thing I know, about a month later, she's like, hey, you see this? And I'm like, she sent me a picture. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a big dog. No. She's like, well, he's at a kill shelter, either he's been there for like a month and
no pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing when she said that.
Yeah, that's how they all come in the house, dude. But, he's been awesome. No complaints. Yeah, other than he's
awesome.
He gets the zoomies when about 105 pounds. That's interesting.
We did the same thing. We lost one. He was a cattle dog, a blue heeler, and he was a special dog. And when he went, it was that same thing. We're going to take a break for a while. Go, live free, and not have to worry about getting in home in time to let the dog out or feed it or all this other stuff. And less than 6 months, we had 2 beagles and my terrier. So it's rough. And like I said, we had those 2 dogs for 15 years. Then we had Gert. She's 6 years old. So we were down to just Gert. And it was like, man, I told my wife, it's like, I don't know if I could live in a house without hearing, dogs clicking down the hallway, their nails, you know what I mean? Hearing them. And it's like, it's just too quiet. So it's not quiet anymore. So he's something. But, Mikey, did you do record store day this year?
No, sir. Opted out of this one. I was up a bit late.
I had to get a couple things, man, for sure.
Interesting year for me. Past few years I've gone every time. This year I kind of did a phone-in order because I have kind of a special relationship with my shop. So I didn't actually go down in person. There's 4 items that I got: the Dio, the Eric Carr, the Death, and then the Sisters of Mercy. Those 4 items, and that's all I cared about. Like I didn't need to go look and see everything and all that stuff. And it's also my 34 year wedding anniversary today, so I didn't want to bye, honey, I'm going to go record shopping, kind of thing.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for
yeah.
joining us.
Yeah. No, I had to ask permission. But she was like, "No, I know how much you like to do that. Go ahead." So we go out to dinner afterwards. But
there you go.
But yeah, so I kind of did the phone in thing. So I'll swing by and pick him up tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't need to go down. He actually texted me some photos though of the line out front, and it's kind of like George is saying, it's the biggest line I've ever seen there.
I think that has to do that. Now
I've
a year
never
later,
seen a line like that in a shop for record store days. So, wow. But yeah, nothing that was driving me like, oh my God, I can't wait to get up tomorrow morning and get down there and get this. No, it was,
Did you guys notice that the prices were about what they normally are, or did you notice things that were a little more affordable this time around?
I was just getting ready to
Definitely
ask
more
questions.
affordable.
Yeah, I thought
I
they
heard
were,
that too, and that's really interesting because that's
I
one of the
thought
things
they
that's
were a
really
little
run me
lower.
off.
this is the one thing. Yeah, hold on. I pulled something just for this.
Now,
Because this was the one thing.
I know where Laz is going.
I was kind of interested in this, and then he told me the price, and I was like, what? And that is, I got this mint, chubby, dual case copy of this right here for $4.
Mm-hmm.
The record store day copy of this, $99.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would I like this on vinyl? Sure. Can I justify See, Vance, how many times are you going to spin that, bro?
Well, you know what?
I never picked up the CD either.
In Vance's,
it was like, oh, maybe
in Vance's defense, they are never.
What are you gonna do?
So they say they're not going to repress that vinyl ever.
Yeah, but for what it is,
That's what
who
I
really
say.
gives a shit. I mean, it's
What was
alive.
that?
Well, they're already going for like $3 on eBay because nobody can find them.
It's
So
a
you buy it
live,
to flip it.
live
That's the
Van
only reason
Halen.
to buy it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
That's my point. I mean, I would like to have it on vinyl just because I'm a Van Halen fan. I like it and everything else. But when I go, oh, I'm going to spin some Van Halen, am I going to pull right here, right now, and play that?
Yeah.
Probably not.
The only reason I didn't buy it is because it's Hagar, not Roth. If it was a Roth live album, that would have been the first thing I bought.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's
I
likely to hold its value, probably, but
yeah, that is for sure because they only pressed 2,000 of the Van Halen or something. It was a very low number, especially for Van Halen.
But for me, I'm like, okay, $100 for that, or $100
for $5.
$5, yeah. Because a lot of them were around $25. So
that definitely caught my attention. I saw it pop up on social media. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I might be interested in that. And I saw the price, and I'm like, you're out of your mind, man. There's no way. Like,
it's a 4-album. It's a 4-album set. 25.
I was going to say it is 4 LP. Yeah,
it is a 4 LP, but that's the price of a box set to me. And I want to say this, in Vance, I am not dogging that, bro.
Oh no,
I understand. I'm not like, dude, you're a fool for buying that. For me, and this would, from a guy that's rebuilt his collection, I have to look at stuff like that now in a different mindset and go, how many times am I really going to listen to this versus spending that $100 on something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not that strong.
Yeah, I thought that thing was going to be maybe $49.99. And when he said $100, I was like, what? So I've got, like I said, I got this when I want to hear it, $4. So.
Well, how much was the Eric Carr thing? That was the other thing that caught my attention.
$39.99.
Yeah.
And is that a 1 record set?
2.
That's 2.
It's 2.
Yeah, my shop only had one of those two. I didn't get to grab that.
Whole solo style. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on.
Yeah, I couldn't find that.
I had to have.
Yeah, it's the only reason I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah. That's unique enough. I mean, that's, you got to have that.
The album cover is freaking awesome. I've never heard any of the music on there. But either way.
Dude, I bought this for the packaging because I'm sure the music's probably, I mean, it's all demos from back.
Yeah.
But they have, like, where's
the poster, right? The solo poster style.
Yeah, there it is. No, that's not it.
Yeah, my shop had one and it went in a second. Couldn't get it.
Really, they only got one, Vance? Because
They-
there's
yeah.
like 4,000 of those or something.
Yeah, my shop only got one for some reason.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
That's cool.
Well, that's awesome, yeah.
Yeah. See that? I had to have that, man.
Yeah, and it comes on like whatever.
Oh, that's cool,
cool.
too.
The label's cool shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, I think it looks awesome, but I'll go right back to what Laz said. That would get
What's that?
spun once, I bet, at my house.
Dude, I probably most likely won't spin this because well, like I said, it's demos from that he wrote for I think Lick It Up or somewhere around that era. So it's not the great. I mean, obviously it is what it is, but the packaging alone for me
Yeah,
is,
you can't beat that packaging. That's freaking
Nah.
awesome.
And I'll be honest, if I already had an OG of that, I probably would have passed. You know, but here I'm
Yeah,
killing
I mean,
two
it only
birds with
came-
one stone. You know, it's like the packaging.
well, it only came out on CD, and the original CD was like 25 years ago now, and it wasn't nearly.
Wasn't it on vinyl before?
Dude, you know, somebody said that, and I did a little research. I think they were bootlegs, man.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I think. Now I could be way wrong, but they just look. I was never ever offered them
Mhm.
ever, so I have a feeling the ones that were out there. I think there's one kind of like this without makeup on that kind of has that vibe to it, but there's just no. It's not the same picture, obviously, but.
Mhm.
So you guys are saying the prices are actually a little lower?
I thought they were reasonable.
I thought they were especially for the singles, because I mean the last 7 months, man, a single like us to get a new record in, a single average is like $28 to $33 or 28 to 30, I guess. Now.
And
I
you
was
sell
gonna say the Sisters of Mercy EP 4-track EP was $22.99,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and I think back in the day that would have been like $19.99.
Yeah, that would have been under 20.
Yeah.
I think there
There's
was a Bowie 10-inch that was like, it's like $10 or something like that.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah,
that's
I mean
crazy.
they do stuff.
So kind of
It all depends on the
Yeah,
label.
yeah, really.
It depends on the label that's putting it out. If it's anything major label, you're going to pay the $30 tag. Anything semi indie, like some of the blue stuff, was all under like $28. Some were 25. Most of them were 25. I think.
I did hear that actually. Yeah, there's like an Art Blakey or something that was like priced really good, and you know.
Yeah, and it was funny because we had a customer who's a friend of ours, Stav, came in today, and he pulled the. It wasn't the Art Blakey, but it was another triple like jazz thing, and he's like flipping it over and he's looking at it, and he comes over. He's like, "Didn't this come out on Record Store Day a couple years ago?" And I was like, "I got to be honest, I've seen so many records, but I said, here, let's look." So I pulled up online on Discogs. It was released in 2018 by the same fucking label. They put a different jacket on it, and then put a number on the back, like limited to 3,000. This is number whatever. And
instant collectible.
But I just thought, like, they did this for Record Store Day in 18, and they're the same fucking labels doing it again. The same thing, but you put a different cover on it that looks slightly different than the one you did in 18. That's fucking bullshit to me.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
there's a lot of that going on.
You don't.
I
put
agree.
that-
And if it said Iron Maiden on it, I'd still buy the son of a bitch.
Well, there's-
Six,
Well,
so.
that's what did it for me whenever Brave New World come out for Record Store Day.
Mhm.
And
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. You're like, that was the last straw.
yeah, it was like I had an original, but it's a picture disc. So I wanted the black vinyl. I'm like, sweet, finally. And I go to look for it at a couple shops, and they're like, no, they're gone. I'm like, crap. And then I was talking to LJ, and he's like, dude, that's coming out just regular in a couple months. I'm like, well,
For
then
the
why am
box
I
set,
fucking banging my head against the wall trying to find this? I'll just wait till the regular pressing comes out. I don't care if it's Record Store Day or not.
Yeah,
I think back then, though, they weren't saying, they didn't put the label on there exclusive, and then others say,
Well,
you know.
because the original.
now it's, yeah.
If I remember correctly, Greeno, the original Record Store Day Brave New World was like, was it colored or no?
I don't
Was it
know.
black?
was,
It
I
might
thought
have
he said
been.
it was a picture disc.
The original
The original was a picture
disc.
disc.
It was
yeah.
never on regular wax before that. That's why I was excited. It's like, picture disc. I didn't want.
Yeah, I thought we figured out why they did that.
It may have been on color vinyl. I'm not sure.
No, because it's now that I'm thinking about
no,
it, it's
Brave
not.
New World, there's no color. There's black and there's
Yeah.
picture disc.
Yeah, I got the black one. I think it was because it was available UK. Wasn't it the UK? It was something like it was supposed to be the UK record store day one, but it ended up coming out here or some shit like that. I don't know.
There's a good comment. The last one that popped up.
I always forget to look at that. Damn it.
Tricking people with some records were on vinyl for the first time. Yeah, I don't really.
Well, that's what they're saying about this Van Halen, right? That was the first time they put it out.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember seeing online. Vance, how much was? I'm sure you got it. How much was the Pearl Jam? Wasn't it like
44? My store had it for 44. Yeah.
44.
2 LP set.
2 LP set, yeah.
That's what I was going to ask
it's
you
not
other guys.
It's not the full show though, but yeah, it was supposed.
But that
to
was never released before, right? That
No,
was supposed to be like
it
some
was-
exclusive at one time or something.
Yeah, it was supposed to be when you bought the single Video Theory back in '98 that you would get, like, they're going to put this CD out, and last minute they scrapped it. So that's where this comes with. Yeah.
The
So
Ramones
it's
was
Australian
25
show.
too.
Now, see, personally, that's justified to me. I see that. That's a good buy. You know,
No way.
that's oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this was 20.
Sorry, Laz, I failed you.
That
Damn
was,
it!
this
10
one was
years of watching
25.
this guy's videos, and I failed him.
That's just me, man. It's like that's why I don't go out anymore and buy.
How about this one, Greeno?
What is
Yeah,
that?
that one
The
went by my
Donnas?
store. too.
Donna's, that was there today. Out today.
Heard a lot of people wanting that one. Yeah.
Is that live or is that a comp?
No, this is the early comp of their early singles.
Before American Rock and Roll Machine or whatever it was.
Yep. So it's got like
The Electrocutes and all that shit.
yeah, anything from 95 up until 99.
I think I have all that stuff on CD.
Yeah.
Look out.
Well, it's coming out. We'll see what this is coming out on disc next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
cool.
the vinyl, there was only 1,000 or 2,000 or something.
Now, how much is it? A single?
Yeah.
How much?
Well, I mean, our list, our price tag was probably 25 for this one.
I'd
And
pass
then
that.
I read on the back, it says, look for more upcoming Donna's releases on Real Gone Music. So apparently they're going to do more,
That's cool.
which is good with me. That's fine with me. But I'll be buying it like that. The Donna's, I'll buy the vinyl.
Yeah.
And then I'll end up buying the CD next week when it comes out. Now, this is the one I got. I haven't found any info where this came from, this Ramones thing.
Yeah, I saw that
It's the
too.
Pleasant Dreams, the New York mixes. Now, I haven't looked. Am I wrong?
What's the track list on that?
It's
Did they do
like 13 songs or something? But wasn't
Didn't-
Pleasant Dreams the album that they did with Phil Spector?
No, that was end of the century, right?
All right, that was throwing me off. All right, so anyway, this is the New York mixes of the Pleasant Dreams album, but it has like extra tracks that I never heard.
How much was that one?
25. But it's got We Want the Airways, all quiet on the Western Front or Eastern Front. It's hard to see. KKK Took My Baby Away, Don't Go, You Sound Like You're Sick, which I don't think is. I
That
don't
didn't
remember
sound
that.
familiar.
It's Not My Place. I Can't Get You Out of My Mind. She's a Sensation. 7-Eleven. You Didn't Mean Anything to Me. Sleeping Troubles. This Business Is Killing Me. Sitting in My Room and Touring. So I would imagine, which is weird because they've never done this before, Ramones. Ramones have always done the deluxe edition CD box sets. Like after they did the first one, then that record store day, they did something from that CD box as a vinyl pressing for record store day. This is the first time that they actually reversed it So I guess there's a Pleasant Dreams box coming out at some point.
That's cool. No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm bitching here, and I'm the old man, get off my lawn guy. But it's like, I'm totally not going to record stores anymore. I'm just not paying those prices, man. I can't justify.
Oh, you liar! You bought that Frank Sinatra last week. I saw that.
Bob Hope.
Oh, it was Bob Hope.
That was a buck at Goodwill.
God, I hope so.
It's
No, I
easy.
mean,
It's
and I
easy
say
for
that-
me because I get it. I buy my stuff at cost. You know, like the guys at the shop, they don't charge me anything but cost.
And
So
I'm not bagging on anybody.
Yeah,
for
I
doing
tend
it,
to buy more.
but it's just like I can't do it, man. It's like, and I do it a little bit with like the some of the stuff I'll show here, some of the obscure metal reissues. I'll do $25 for something there, you know, because I got to stick to one thing. I can't go out and just get all this craziness at, you know, 25, 35, $50 a pop, man. I just don't.
Especially all at one time, all one day. I mean that not only does it suck for the record stores, but it sucks for the customers too.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's crazy to hear, or crazy to me to hear that Record Store Day was huge this time with the prices and all that. You guys are saying lines were just around the block and all that.
Well, I honestly think that was for Taylor Swift.
That in the last 2 years, a lot of people kind of stayed away. So you got to remember that part of it too.
Yeah, but honestly, man, if it wasn't, dude, believe me, I'd be the first one to say fuck Taylor Swift.
Oh,
but if it wasn't for that release, I don't think the stores and the lines would have been as long as they were today.
I agree. Are they only doing one RSD this year, like in the spring, and then one in the like Black Friday? Are we back to doing?
Yeah.
Do you think it helps or hurts the stores when you break them up? Do you like having multiples or no?
No, I hate it.
I would agree. I would think that would make it more of an event. And like,
dude, our bill, when it was all said and done, we got our last box yesterday, which was cutting it close, but we were like over 15 grand on this one. Wow. You know, I mean, we definitely made it back today, but still, it's like when you put that kind of money out at first, it's like, fuck, man. I hope everybody in the Pope shows up on Record Store Day. You know.
I agree
Plus,
with
George, would you second this? It seemed to me that when they were splitting the record store days like that stuff kept getting pushed all the time, right? Like they could never fill it like they were supposed to.
Yeah,
and now it's like they have the time to get it all together and actually, because I didn't hear of anything getting pushed. Not that I was.
The only reason that was because of the pandemic. They were doing those RSD drops because everything was so fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And like you were saying, they weren't. The pressing plants weren't working fast enough, so then they were like, "Well, this isn't going to be out." I remember 2 years ago there was a June, if I'm not mistaken, a June, a July, and an August or something like that. And it's like we had to do this for 3 months in a fucking row, and then do Black Friday after that. So it was like, but in those 3 months that they were called drops and not an actual record store day. Mm-hmm. We were getting notes like every week, like, well, this one's pushed back till Black Friday now, or this one's pushed back till the June one or July one. And then there's some that there was a couple Sparks things, the band Sparks, that
I saw that.
Still has never come out. But today they released the first two.
Yeah, there's two of them I saw.
Yeah, but last year there was a BBC thing and a live record that never came out. But they were listed.
What do I know though, saying all this, because I see the local shops on social media posting pictures of all the shit they got, and I don't know what fucking 99% of it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you sell it, I don't know what the hell you got, but good luck.
Nah, we stay, like I said, we're a used record store for the most part. 8%, I think it's like 8 or 7% of our business is new vinyl. So,
would you end up getting, Vance? You probably had the heavy haul.
Yeah, I probably went the most. I did get this Nuggets box set.
That's
a 5-album deal. So
that's one that I was like, oh man,
that was the coolest thing I saw. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, to collect all these songs, I had to get this. It's just all garage site stuff, And actually, it's really great packaging and everything on that one.
I have
Do you remember the old CD box sets? You know, came in the
Yeah, the long ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that pretty much that?
Like this.
I have that,
This
and I
is-
think there was a Son of Nuggets. Yeah, there you go.
Got it
This
at Goodwill.
is yeah,
There
I
was-
think this is the first. Like, there's the first album, and then there's a volume 2 that I guess never really made it out or something like that, if I read this right. And then there's like another third or another full album that's what do they call it here? Artifacts or something that they put together for this, I guess.
Oh, that's so there is. I didn't even. Dude, I just priced it and put it out. I didn't even get a chance to even.
Oh,
Look.
I played it. It's still on the turntable. I didn't get to the 5th record here, but it's two double albums and that extra though.
Yeah, I have the original.
Yeah, I
press-
never had it, so I
press
was
one,
like,
yeah, it's
you know,
great. It's a
that
great.
was actually it was just Pearl Jam and that were like the must-haves. The Van Halen was kind of an impulse.
Yeah, like, once you
and-
see it, you gotta have.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yep.
I knew about it. But I'm like, and I looked at it. I'm like, and then and the same with the rest of these kind of. I mean, I'm gonna go see these guys. But this was off.
That's cool.
Great
Yeah,
band.
so I picked this up. So I picked this up. Just I'm gonna go see him in a couple weeks. I didn't have nothing, so. And then
What
this
kind of
was-
music are they, Vance? I've never heard of them. Off.
It's I guess you could say kind of punky in a way.
It's punk. You got Keith Morris from Circle Jerks and Black Flags.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's what do they call
Cool.
something punk? I don't know.
and then of course I mean I just love this band. I thought this was a decent collection. Just pick the UFO. It's like a best of.
I did think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a little die cut too. So I was like, oh, all right, I'll get it. It's
Mm-hmm.
UFO, just great track listing.
Yeah, that's a great track list. I
So-
saw that too. But
Hey, what's up, Lee?
it's one of
Thanks
those
for-
things.
Thanks for joining in, bro.
And those are the record state days. But I just pull this out, the new Overkill. So that was a
Oh,
impulse.
I heard that's a screamer, man.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
jammed some of that yesterday,
Friday?
actually. I was pretty
Oh,
impressed.
Yeah. So
Yo, Vance, which one did you get?
on what? Oh, for the Overkill, it's the amber with green splatter. Limited to.
Yeah,
1,000.
that's what we get. What's up? Wonder Twins Power. Wonder Twins Power. Fuck, we got 2 of the 1,000, bro.
Yeah, all right.
Now you guys touch tips.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why you gotta shrug me off like that? There's only 998 other copies of that. around
There you go.
dude.
That's right.
We
We
got,
got
2
two.
of
We got
them.
2 of them right here.
That's a
Bitch
great record. I thought it was a fantastic record.
Yeah,
Well,
that and then Metallica was what people are raving about lately. So
Overkill doesn't. They don't really go wrong with me too often.
All right. I guess the next big thing going on is a new Metallica album coming out.
Yeah,
been spinning that pretty heavily too.
I guarantee you the old school fanatics are going to be like,
Oh, they were already bitching.
yeah, you can't, dude. I've been a fan of this band since fucking '84, since Ride came out,
Right, me too.
right before Ride came out. And the more I listen to this record, I don't know. It's probably one of their better albums. I thought the last album was really good. I like this album more.
I did that though, yeah, because I went back and I pulled out Hard Drive because I was thinking, this sounds
Yeah.
really good. And I went back and listened to Hard Drive, and I was like, there's some great songs on Hard Drive that I know that I remember the names, and
Mhm.
I love the Murder One about Lemmy
Yeah,
and Atlas Rise and stuff like that. So I went back and then I listened to Death Magnetic again. So
I
it's
like-
like kind of this progression with with the 3 albums now. So, yeah, I'm very pleased with it. I have no problem with it.
I just think this album has that. It's weird, man, and I hate to say, like, oh, it kind of feels like somebody lit a fire under their ass again or something. But the riffs on this record are some of the most insane fucking riffs that they've done in probably since Justice.
Good riffage. I'll have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like.
I mean,
yeah.
just
It's weird because the last few Metallicas that I've heard, Jay brought that one over. What's the one he brought over last night, Vance? I can't remember. Is
Death
it
Magnetic.
Death Magnetic. I really like that one, and I like the new one because Zalkman brought it over last week on the 500th. He just picked it up, so we spun it, and I was impressed. I always feel like there's some weird, untangible that's always missing one something to make it like because they're good records, but I feel like there's
Yeah.
one little thing that's missing to make it a great record, and I don't
Cliff.
know what the fuck it is.
It's
Cliff.
But I also think,
It's
people that give
analog.
unnecessary hate toward like newer Metallica. Now, there's a section of Metallica that I'll shit on all day long. Some of that early 2000s stuff, I don't care, or like late 90s, early
The
2000s.
load stuff. Yeah.
I don't care for that shit at all. But these last few, I mean, they've really been picking them up and putting them down, I think. Like I said, they're just not, they don't blow me away. But also, I think it's super unfair to expect them to live up to a Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets. That shit's never going to fucking happen again.
No,
Ever.
They're not
They're
20 years
It's
old
unfair to hold them to that standard.
Just-
But I think that's what a lot of people do,
I agree.
I always say this, man. If fucking Bret Michaels and Poison were to put out a record where they're pushing 60, which could happen, and they're writing lyrics about fucking chicks in the back seat of their car, it's not gonna go over well.
Well, I guess I can mush it into you.
Yeah, right. But you know what I'm saying? Like they have to write. I guess Poison's probably a rotten example.
And
I have a
maybe
feeling
it's not Cliff that's the element that's missing on some of these newer records. Maybe it's the fact that they're just not in their 20s and fucking crazy as shit and hungry. Maybe that's the one thing that's missing, and you can't recapture that.
I agree 1,000% with what Mikey's saying, and
What's up, Mibber?
that's
Never.
why about 4 years ago, I even said it on a video. It's like,
What's up, Mib?
man, I wish them all the best, but I'm out. I'm done. And
which surprised me. 'Cause
they meant so much to me in the 80s.
me
And
too.
And it's nothing
Yeah,
but been let down since. And that's on me, not them. Hey man, they got to do what they want to do. They can't make the same album over and over again, even though the last three I think are the same album. But I'm out.
Dude,
I'm not pissed off about it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can't.
now I
I'm
get
not
it.
interested anymore. So
I stuck with that band even through Saint Anger, and there was stuff on Saint Anger that I love, but I can't listen to it because it sounds like shit.
now I will say I heard the Lux what is it, Lux Alterna, whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it is,
Oh yeah,
and I was like,
Diamond Head,
Metallica.
man.
And I listened to it and I'm like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. Then the next track came out and I'm like, no. Next track, no. Okay, I don't need to hear anymore. That first track I really kind of dug, but the more I listen to it, it's fucking perfect.
Yeah,
And
It's
I'm saying
Diamond
that no, it's perfect because it's digital and there's like no life to it.
There's
The
no
more I
rawness
listen,
to it.
yeah, the more I listen to it, it's just like it's just vanilla perfect. And the riffs are cool and all that, but it doesn't have any emotion to me. And it's just like I said, it's just me.
Yeah.
And I moved on. So they're not bagging on. I see everybody's digging it. It's evidently doing really
Yeah, I
well.
like it. I guess I've always liked them. I mean,
Reno's always had a problem with the digital recorded albums.
everybody's doing it. So
But I know, I mean, I'm not saying
Not me.
Green. This is 10 years ago. Greeno was talking about this shit.
Once again, I'm the asshole in the room, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
No, but why not? You stuck to your guns the last 10 years.
I'm done, man. I'm not interested in that new Overkill everybody's going with. I haven't heard a second off that, and I probably
'Cause
won't.
you know what it was?
Oh.
Greeno, I remember the exact album. The fucking the Testament record.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Testament, Accept, Overkill, Death Angel, all them kind of come out again, and it was like, fucking A, man, this is awesome. Their first like kind of big album again, and then the next album comes in, it's like, this is pretty good, but man, it sounds like the last one. And the third one comes out and it's like, it's the same fucking album they've just done the third time, and now they're probably on to their fifth or sixth album that I haven't paid attention to, and I'm like, I'm out. It all sounds the same. You're all y'all motherfuckers are using the same programs on your same
Damn.
computers, and it's all the same. You're boring.
This fucking guy has a grandkid.
6 months, motherfuckers, and I'm back.
I feel like it's those guys on the Muppet Show up in the balcony. Jesus.
yeah.
Damn.
Well,
That
I'm
was-
glad to hear that.
I'm sending that clip to fucking heaven.
I'm not-
Man.
All right, buddy. It's
Somebody
I'm
okay.
not
clip
going to
that.
be the only
Freak the
one,
dog out.
and I don't want to piss anybody off, but and I know Metallica is one of those bands that have such a loyal fucking fan base. I own nothing after the Black Album by Metallica. I have no interest in anything. I did go to the Load tour, but that was to see everything Metallica did prior to that album. But to me, that band stopped there. And even the Black album has issues, but to me, that was the last. Everything after that, to me, is absolutely unmemorable and completely forgettable. I can't, you could, you could tell me a song title off of Death Magnetic and I'd be clueless. Like, I have no freaking clue. And I've listened to the album.
I tried to get into those Death Magnetic, and what was the last one?
Hardwired.
Or the one, Hardwired. I couldn't get into that one either. It's just like,
it's
where I stopped. I'm like, I gotta stop. I'm done.
It's
all
kind of like,
I think we can all agree with this, right? This next comment.
You know what? In the 80s, I never had. Everybody shits on him, and I didn't think he was that bad in the 80s.
Not in the
I don't
80s.
think he's held up. I don't think
he's
he's held up.
I think he needs is a shitty drummer now.
Yeah, I don't think he's held up like the other guys.
He's fucking 60 years old playing thrash
Yeah.
metal. I'd be shitty too.
I think he also gets a rep as kind of being a douchebag. But like, I heard a cool story about Lars yesterday on the radio. Actually, when our classic rock station has this morning drive time.
I heard the same thing, dude. I know exactly
About about the Rolling Stones, was it, or something like that?
He was telling the story on Bill Maher last week.
How they toured with. They toured with the Rolling Stones, I think it was, or somebody, and like he said, for that reason, like they weren't allowed to like look at Mick Jagger in the eye or some shit like that. Like there was all these rules and shit. So he said, I go out of my way to go and hang out with like the opening act, whoever the fuck it is, and make sure that make sure they know that we're cool and like just interact with them and be cool, and because he's like, that made us feel so shitty, and he's like, I never ever want to do that to another band ever.
That's cool.
So props to him for that.
I mean,
That's some dumb shit. I mean, come on.
He did the Napster thing was a dumb move for him, but again, I get it too.
Yeah, but you got a Mahubakai, Chris. He hates everything too. So.
Oh yeah,
I don't hate everything. Don't throw
no,
me.
not you.
This guy.
But he does.
He only likes seek and destroy. He says.
Yeah. And I know him. I'm just razzing, but he does hate a lot of stuff. I'm not a fan of the cover again, though.
I hate the
Yeah,
cover.
what-
The cover is ass.
I mean,
very strange.
even just this. I mean, you took off the metallic off the top, which is like a trademark throughout all your album sides.
Well, I saw they were like
Yellow.
72 seasons. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then I think Hetfield explaining it.
yeah,
it's
the
the
first
first-
18 years of life. or
Right. I'm like,
something.
oh, that's kind of cool, but it's still a fucking stupid fucking title.
Well,
Sorry.
the funny thing is he was the only one that didn't want that title as the title.
Really?
He said he got outvoted. He was going to call the album Lux Eterna, but
No.
Did you ever think back in the day listening to Kill 'Em All that you'd be thinking that band one day will do a concept album?
Yeah, because this is a
what's a concept album?
this is a concept. I mean, this is all about like
Yeah, it's
turning 18 and all that kind of thing.
yeah, and every song's supposed to be
And
like
growing afterwards.
certain-
I
yeah.
didn't get that.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Oh, yeah.
about Lulu. I think it's about Lulu.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That thing's a fucking hot turd.
But it's
That should have just been called Lou
But if you
Reed.
notice, hey, Vance, did you notice the I'm
Twice.
so fucking tired. The sticker on the cover.
Yeah.
If you look under, it says the new album, 42 years of Metallica in over 77 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it does say that. I
That's-
think
that's
that's
the concept. It's supposed
right.
to be
when
what
he was
Hetfield
18.
was saying is that
Yeah.
each track is a stage of his musical.
Sure.
It's really, to my understanding, it's really James Hetfield's album. It's not
Yeah.
even Metallica.
I mean, he's writing the lyrics.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one in the room to say I've never gotten concept albums other than Mind
Well-
Crime, and I only understood maybe a third of that. So
I didn't
concept albums kind of lost on me.
Pink
My-
Floyd The
my
Wall,
crime
best
screen.
concept record ever written.
Yeah, Wall.
The Wall.
Wow.
That's what I was going to say. That's to me when you say concept album, that's what I think of
See,
because
you
I
guys-
follow that and understand it, and maybe it's because there's also a film and that helps because in your head you know what that story is visually. But
Here we go. You guys bring up topics again that just anger me.
I'm not a concept album guy, but you could look at this record. And
Greeno, go take your Metamucil and be quiet.
I love Operation Mindcrime. Yeah.
He said go take a shit.
I guess one side was considered as over 2112. I don't think the rest of it was, but
I just had some cornbread with some adult ingredients in it, so this makes
To me, a concept rap record's like that fucking Judas Priest one that I can never listen to.
Nostradamus.
Oh, I hate that record.
I actually halfway like that album.
No, I shouldn't say I hate the album.
That album's grown on me.
I don't like all of it.
All the little shit in between the tracks is a bit much to take, but
yeah.
It's hard to dose the whole thing in one shot, but it's definitely grown.
I forgot about The Elder. I mean,
there you go. There's another one.
That album's definitely grown on me.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, back in the day, I mean, Metallica was at the time, underground thrash metal band. You know what I mean? And now they're, I mean, when I see, 62-year-old Jim and his daughter Susie and her son Timmy at 5, all with copies of the new Metallica in their hands, it makes me go,
yeah. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, God bless them that they accomplished that stardom, but from a guy or guys like us that were there from the beginning, it's just hard to kind of digest sometimes that's what they became.
Well, that's what I felt. I saw him last summer at Lollapalooza, right? So it was all the Stranger Thing kids.
Yeah.
All these kids that got turned on to that through Master being on that program. And it was, I'm like the old guy here, I'm want to hear Seek and Destroy and stuff. And it was just, it was interesting. It was an interesting crowd, and the age groups were like, from 5 to 75.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's cool that.
I mean, it is. It's a new audience. Hey, God knows that freaking metal and rock needs some attention nowadays.
I just
what's
think
on
it's
the radio.
Cool
so
all these girls are buying fucking Taylor Swift every week. Fucking these little kids watch Stranger Things and like, oh fuck, let's go buy the Metallica record.
Yeah,
instead.
I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we've sold.
Kick-ass live.
I gotta bring this up. But with Stranger Things, what did they fucking choose from Metallica? Nothing off Death Magnetic or fucking Saint Anger
but it was the 80s.
They chose fucking Master of Puppets.
But the show does take place in the 80s, though.
Yeah. Right.
That's why that Kate Bush song took off too. That song's
I used to be like when I was younger, I was bad about as soon as a band that I loved got popular, I was immediately pissed off about it. I'm trying to get better about that as I get older, and now it's like cool. It's like, oh, it's cool. Your daughter likes this shit too, and she, and
it still eats at you a little bit there, doesn't it?
There's a punk rock vein in me somewhere that when I when I want to just discover a band on my own, and then you're walking into Walmart or some shit and you see some like 14-year-old girl with a t-shirt on, I'm like, oh, it's over.
It's like when your best friend meets a new friend.
Yeah.
but he's still your best friend.
I think everybody has a little bit of that. I know I had it. I probably still do. But it's like, well, a perfect example for me is Nirvana. I mean, I had Bleach when it first came out. It fucking loved. That's my favorite Nirvana album. And then heard they got signed to a major, and I'm like, why? They gave them all this money. This band is never going to be a radio band. What the fuck do I know? Nevermind comes out, and it's like, what is going on, man?
Yeah.
The whole world's like,
what's big is going on.
I didn't get clued until Nevermind. Bleach went right by me, but I was into Soundgarden when Louder Than Love came out. So.
Yeah, it's another example. A lot of those bands. I mean,
let me ask you this though.
On the before Nevermind come out, and then like 6 months later, it's like, fuck, you gotta go to a stadium to see.
What I remember was when I first heard about Nirvana was the Plant album, Manic Nirvana came out, and somebody says, "Oh, there's a band called Nirvana too." I was like, "Oh yeah," but I didn't really seek it out at that time.
Have you guys heard the AI generated new Nirvana song?
No.
Seriously?
It will blow your fucking mind. Some AI bot listened to like 20 plus Nirvana tracks and then wrote a new one with Kurt's voice and everything. And it's like, if you hear it, you're like, oh shit.
There's a big
that's gonna be the new thing now. That's
scary.
Well, there's to know that, right? What do we got? Like maybe 40 years left. Seriously, this shit's scary.
There's a new song now, like Rihanna and somebody else that, like Mikey said, is a complete fucking AI.
Yeah, I think is it Drake?
generated
Is that
song.
Drake and Rihanna or something like
Yeah.
that? And it's somebody. I think the record company made them yank it off of Spotify. They're like, "No, fuck this. You better pull this shit off of there."
Yeah, because it got like a million fucking hits,
Yeah.
and people were reviewing it like it was a real fucking song, and people are loving this song.
I mean,
So,
Nirvana
hey,
was my
somebody
favorite
who was
band growing
picked
up.
up
If I'd heard that, I would have.
You know,
Well, that's
The
what's gonna happen.
AI Dio came out.
It's
Crazy.
gonna happen.
It's a
Crazy.
new world, man. And it ain't looking good to me.
I saw this happening like 2 years ago. Somebody did an AI AC/DC bot thing on YouTube, and I just listened to it, and it was so primitive then, but I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That riff's cool. And it was like, now I'm afraid to even look like Bon
Oh,
Scott.
you know-
There's a new Bon Scott song out there now.
Hey, guys, I'm going to have to take him out.
Yep.
Take him about 10, 15 minutes.
Got to take the dog
All
out.
right.
Hey, George, this is something I always wanted to ask you and I always forget.
Yeah.
Now that I have the chance, what are your thoughts on Hayseed Dixie?
Not a fan. I listen
Really?
to it. Yeah, that's not really my thing, like music wise. Even look how big that dog is.
Dude, I think when I first heard them, I was blown away at how magically well AC/DC tunes fit to that style of music.
Oh yeah, big for sure. Yeah,
It's amazing to me. I was just like, holy shit, this was like
yeah.
I totally dig them. Totally dig them.
I just listen to so much shit that I can't get into other stuff, man. But I did hear that record.
I have a buddy that's he's a big player in the bluegrass scene. His whole family's like legends around here, and they were on an album called Saturday Night Hay Fever, where they redid all the Saturday Night Fever songs bluegrass style, and that was pretty cool. I actually helped him mix that.
Nah, that's cool.
The couple of the tracks.
Shit. Now I gotta find that. Hey Vance, I got a box for you that I've been building on here, so
Oh,
you'll be seeing something in the mail here pretty soon.
well,
So-
that's cool, of you, brother.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know what else. Other stuff than
Did you get anything else today?
that. I found a copy of the. I mean, this is just Aerosmith Pump, a couple bucks.
Oh, nice.
88 press. You know, I never had that on record. I had the CD when it came out.
That's the last album I like by them.
And that's it. I picked up some jazz titles too, but you know, nobody cares about that. Actually, Garino does listen to that. Other than that, I mean, I got what I've been listening to lately and stuff like that.
I like some jazz stuff, mostly like fusion style.
Yeah, well, okay, then I'll bring this up because I think this guy is kind of like that. Is this Larry Coryell?
Oh, I got that record. It's
Did you?
fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I never had it, and it was there.
Mhm.
So I picked that up because I have like two of his other ones and I really like them.
Yeah,
And
he
it's
smokes.
kind
man.
am I wrong on that? It's kind of fusion.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of.
Totally.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
One of the pioneers, really.
yeah. So I saw that, and that's kind of it on that.
Metal theologian. All jazz is bullshit.
Word.
Yeah.
Actually, hey Aaron, since you're on here, and I haven't really had a chance in order to do this, but thank you, brother. I love this. So I even kept your sticky note you sent with it too. So I just want to say thanks now that I can actually say it to you. Like I said, back in the day, you used to be able to send messages and YouTube back and forth to each other.
Yeah, I
like,
remember
I wonder why
Yeah.
they took that away.
you can't do that anymore, man.
I know. That's
It
silly.
pissed me off when they took that little editor in there too. I was like, oh man, I gotta figure out how to edit videos here. Some other program.
Just don't fuck up when you're doing it the first time. That's how you do that.
Yeah,
That's why I do.
Mine are all one takes, really.
That's
or-
it.
Yeah.
One take Willie.
I totally do, man. It's right up my alley. Thank you.
That's how I do it. And I used to do.
I mean, on the iPhone, I've used that a couple where you can like insert a picture once in a while. But I'll do a little plug though for Mr. Bizarro. I think he's featuring this album later after our show on
Oh, is that
his
right?
stream. So if I saw that correctly, I think that's tonight. So I love that. I'm so glad I got a copy of that though. Some standards on there, like the seeds and stuff, but then some other deep stuff.
What's on the final LP, the 5th LP?
Like I said, I haven't gotten to that, but they have the E. I never heard of it. Oh, Moving Sidewalks is on there, so that's cool.
Nice.
E-Types, Leather and the Hand People, the Dinks, Pearls Before Swine, the Rationals, the Peanut Butter Conspiracy.
They're great.
Luke and the Apostles, the Cobas, Third Pardo. So yeah, I haven't gotten to that. It's like a little just have it set up like this, as the other ones are
cool.
Nice gatefuls. I got the old Electra label thing going on there and stuff. So yeah, they call it also Doug It's. So yeah, and then there's like a booklet and a poster too. So I thought it was a good set, and this was $100 too, and I thought it was well worth it. So,
Yeah, that's a $100 item. Sure, fully agree.
Nice.
Van Halen? No, sorry.
Yeah, but did the old Electra inners and nice covers and everything. And
I just have one of the Nuggets, and I think it's the one that's got the Sonics and the seeds, and like I think is that the first one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah,
and mine's like an '84 like Rhino reissue.
Yeah, I never got any of them, and that's why I was like, okay, I gotta get this. But yeah, Shadows of Night on here, the seeds, yeah. Dirty Water, I love that song.
Yeah, the Nuggets stuff.
And I got a Scratchy 45,
before,
so
right?
Huh?
Right. The Nuggets stuff was never on vinyl before, right?
I thought there was one, but it came out like in '72 or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
If I remember seeing that, yeah, they first released it like in I thought there's a publication on there that says '72. But I always just remember the CD things that came out.
Yeah, the CDs were big. I want to say mine's like the '80s. Like
that sounds about right. Yeah.
I know it's Rhino. Yeah.
But no, I'm pleased with that. But yeah, I think Bizarro.
I've never owned those. That's one of those sets where like I'd see it and go, oh, I'm going to get that. Next time I'm done there, oh, I'm going to get that, and then all of a sudden, no, they're gone. That's
one of those. That's one of those albums or sets of albums that I heard about when I first joined the VC. A lot of people were talking about that back in the day, like 2012, 2013. I heard a lot of chatter about that.
Yeah, a lot of that psych stuff wasn't available on vinyl until the last 10 years again. So that Nugget set was like a big deal.
So yeah, I think he's going to play that record. So if you guys haven't checked it out, it's a good way to sample it.
Cool.
But,
I've kind of been on a kick lately, picking up some VHS stuff that I've been missing. Like there was a couple of Iron Maiden VHS tapes I was missing, a couple of Judas Priest tapes I was missing, stuff like that. And I just thought that's been kind of fun, man. It's been kind of fun. I still have VCRs and stuff so I can watch them, and there's some fun in watching that shit, and they're cheap, which is really cool.
Dude, I collect VHS, and it's like that's a war. I try to keep it under control, so I'm not just picking up like the Tower of Terror, like literally one of the Towers of Terror right there. You can see, and we play actually. There's Jay, everybody.
Oh, hey.
But you can, we actually play Jenga with this. If you want to pull a tape out of the middle, you have to play Jenga. And there's another one over there, another whole tower right there. But there's nothing like being drunk at 1 a.m. and everybody starts going Jenga, Jenga, and you're over there fucking trying to take one out of the middle. But they're not all. I mean, they're not obviously not all music stuff. I've got some stuff like that, but I'm looking for old horror movies or wrestling stuff or skateboarding stuff from the 80s and 90s is always. That's like top of the list kind of stuff. But I try not to be like, oh, cool, Titanic, and like dumb shit like that. But I do buy stuff like Dancing Grannies, where it's like grannies granny workout videos.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I know you got one recently or a couple of months ago.
Oh my god! Hold on.
Damn.
Yeah, you'd be watching the show, you see that in the background, like, oh my god, what do they got on over there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just put that on, turn the volume down, and turn the stereo on.
Exactly. That's what we use VHS for. I mean, you talking about Mound City? This is like Mound City right here.
There's grannies.
Jay found one called How to Photograph Children.
Awkward.
It is creepy as fuck. I mean, It is creepy. It's
bet.
like, you know, like on a photo studio kind of thing, and like, you know, you pose children like this, but the whole vibe of the tape is like, what the fuck are we watching, man? Yeah. But collecting stuff like that is fun, like, you know. But you have to, you know, it's like, okay, I'm only going to get stuff like this or that. I can't just go out and get anything.
Here's one of my latest examples. So this is the Judas Priest Metal Works.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
With a nice print. This is still sealed, right?
Oh shit!
Say that it was
Factory shrink wrap. Here's where it gets better. Then I got this. This is the promo copy of that. Pre-release screening copy.
nice.
Oh damn!
Okay. Judas Priest Metal Works. So, and both of these together, less than $30.
That's great.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
And I mean, that's just something that, you know, so it's that kind of like, you know,
and that's your band though. You know, it's or one of them.
right.
Yeah.
But it's that, and that's what I mean about like focusing stuff, you know,
Yeah.
on like, what do I really want to focus on? And this, you know, this is fun as hell. Getting stuff like this is fun, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at too. Like talking about buying the obscure, you know, reissues and stuff. It's like, man, I'd rather focus on that than the new Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not sure where we're at, but you guys want to jump into, you know, got anything new you want to show? What's been spinning?
Yeah.
Let me get over there, Jay.
Jay here tonight?
Yeah, Jay was there. You missed it.
Oh, what's up, brother?
So.
I got a shitload.
You want to start last while everybody's getting their shit together?
Okay. Well, I will start with a Grail, and this isn't like a overly expensive Grail, but I've only ever seen this particular copy of this record one other time before, and those that have watched my channel for any length of time know I'm a huge fan of this frickin' soundtrack, and I did a video showcasing all of my versions of this soundtrack, but this one's special, and I will show why. But it's the heavy metal soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
And yeah, it's a white label promo copy, which I used to have a white label promo copy, but this is the one. I even have it double sleeved. This is the one that comes with all the promo material, which is a promo pack called About the Music. The one behind it is called About the Film. And then this, I should probably just open it, but this here is a big folder that opens up, and there's like glossy photos in it and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've only ever seen this one other time in my entire career of collecting, and so it's totally jazzed to score that. So to
And
me,
you
that's,
just found that at the shop, or did you have to hunt that?
no,
down?
this was an online find.
Online. Okay.
Yeah. But it was one of those, when I saw it, my jaw hit the floor. I'm like, there it is. Now's the time. Don't let it get away.
Yeah.
Right on.
That is cool.
Got it. So
I have the score of that as I got from the radio station. Where it's a white label, but I'd never seen that one with the promo slips and all that.
You can find the promos of that all day long, but to find it with that
the kit.
material, the folder, the printouts, and all that stuff, that's what you don't see.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of records too like that do have those little kits with them that you know, bands or whatever put them out. And I remember seeing them at the radio station. I might have one or two to have something, you know, like a bio, maybe even a photo and stuff. But there's, you know, those got tossed or stuck up on a wall or something like that. So that's awesome. And I love that. I love that movie and soundtrack too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Where you got bananas?
Um,
Go around the horn here a couple times or something.
you mean do one at a time, kind of thing?
What's that?
You mean just do one at a time?
Oh, you can do 2 or 3, whatever, however you want to do it.
I'll shoot the couple. I'll do 3 that just I'll do them real quick. These were dig of the week last night. I just picked this up, Monolord from a couple of years ago. Monolord's a stoner doom band out of Sweden, I believe. Really cool stuff. I've got some other Monolord, and this one slams, nice and thick and raunchy.
That cover, you know, that cover, Mikey. Hold that up.
Yeah.
That looks like some video you'd see of like the where it's sped up and you see
the time lapse stuff.
Decomposing. Yeah.
It does.
What that looks like.
I love those videos, by the way.
Man,
Big surprise, right?
Has the whole stoner doom thing just exploded now, or is it just I see you and Aaron talking about it all.
I mean, it's a big scene, and it's a big intimidating scene because it's there's a lot, like Monolord's pretty down the middle, and a lot of people know Monolord, but even it's tough to keep up with just the ones that are kind of down the middle. But I mean, you could discover 10 new bands every day if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you saw,
Dude,
it's one of those things.
Every new video from Metal Theologian is like, what the fuck?
Oh,
It's crazy, man.
I have a couple in this stack that he gave me last week on the 500 show that are fucking incredible. But I'll pull that out in a minute. But well, here's one he gave me, kind of on the jazz tip. We're talking about jazz. Chester Thompson, Powerhouse. This is on the Black Jazz label. Fantastic. This is one of the best kept secrets in jazz. If you're into that kind of stuff, Black Jazz. These reissues sound fantastic, and they're really affordable. Like, I got some stuff online that were $11 a piece, and brand new. And I'll do one more right now. This was Dig Week from last night. You guys dig Havoc at all? The kind of modern thrash.
I got that. I think I have that one or one of them. Yeah.
This was killer. First time I've streamed it a bunch of times. Pretty unique color variant, brah.
Yeah, it's
kind of splotchy. Neat.
He said neat.
But I saw, I've seen these around a lot, and I've streamed them quite a bit. And this was actually used in the shop, and it was like $20 used or some shit like that. But I was like, oh, that's worth it. I'll take a stab on that. Both that and the Monolord were used in the same little bin together. So I was like, boom. And I had a gift card, actually, so it's even better.
There you go.
Yeah. Right on. How about you, George?
I got a ton of shit, but here's the other record store day when I picked up Dave and the Blues Express.
Cool.
Cleveland Blues from 1969.
That's cool. Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's never been, that's the back. Never been available before, but they say Chicago blues sound. I haven't listened to this yet, so.
Cool. That looks interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty
No, the cover's cool looking. It looks like a photo album.
Yeah. Like The Farm.
Oh, yeah.
I did pick that up, yeah.
I should have got that.
I didn't like the first song, but I love the other ones. The first song was just kind of, I think, should have been like the last song, maybe. It doesn't represent the rest of the album, I didn't think.
So it's like heavy 70s?
More like Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, yeah.
They're out of Illinois, actually. It's really
Stuff.
It was like
Southern Illinois, yeah.
I think the original press was only 100 of them or something like that back in 71.
It was a private, just local thing, really, and somebody picked it up.
I think Randy Deadwack 66 told me, he's like, you better buy this because it's not going to be around,
I think Noble Records was part of the reason that got pressed or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
And then the rest are bootlegs, I think. But I got this with the bootlegs. Y'all go to that millions records to get to. They had this for like $6 or $7 last time. This Hector album.
Yeah.
Hector.
If you like Slade, I guess.
I was getting ready to say, man.
It looks kind of Slady and Sweetie.
Yeah.
Glam.
Yeah, like 70s.
Yeah.
Hector.
This is like everything. So there's like demos. I think the first side is like the EP and demos, and then the second side is like a couple different mixes and more demos. So I guess they didn't officially have a record out, but this is on that Radiation label.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, they had it for, I think it was like $6.99 or something like that. So they must have had a ton of them that didn't sell.
Right on.
But how about you, man?
Cheers, everybody.
Been a while since I've done a video.
Give me one, Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I've been bitching about prices, and I went ahead and grabbed this like a freaking moron, but it's pretty awesome. Have you guys seen this? Bound for Hell on the Sunset Strip. It's a box set.
Oh, no, I got the CD for that.
Oh, the Numero Group.
Yeah, this thing is killer. It's only a 2 LP set, but it comes with a big ass book. And man, they just nailed it. It's fucking awesome, man. But it's got it's all LA stuff, early stuff, and it's cool. It's like bands we've all heard of, but a lot of bands we haven't. So you got Stormer, LA Rocks, Max Havoc, Jaded Lady, Steeler, Lizzie Borden, Sin, Black and Blue. And like I said,
it's all Odin in there.
Yeah, Odin's in it, and the book is freaking killer, man.
Nice. Where'd you find that at?
I got it on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
How much was it? If you don't mind me asking.
Dude, it was like $80 or something. That's what I'm saying. I'm bitching about prices, then I get this kind of money. But this is like, again, like what we were talking. It's like you got to stick to,
certain things. Yeah.
Right. And then you got the reissue of this because it has tie roller and it has the bonus stuff on it.
Oh yeah.
I got that.
And it's been a while since I'd listened to this. I have the original and ebony, but I wanted to grab this because all the bonus crap here.
Mm-hmm.
But why doesn't this get talked about as much as the first?
Because it never came out here.
Diamond Head and all that stuff. It's like this is killer, man.
Yeah, because like Diamond Head, Greeno, that shit never came out here. It was only available in Europe.
Yeah, I mean it was on Ebony, small label, but I mean
isn't Ebony a UK thing?
Yeah,
or at least distributed by UK.
Yeah, I mean it's a total new wave British heavy metal.
Yeah, so I mean,
they never.
But
this is right up there with Angel Witch to me. This is killer, man.
Yeah, that's a great record.
Then I grabbed Mistrust, Spin the World, and this was again old 80s obscure stuff. And this came out on that Northwest Metalworks. This is pretty killer. It's got the he only did this with him, I think. The singer from Culprit, you remember them early?
Yeah.
So he's on here, and actually the Owen Wright, guitar player, he went on to be in a band called My Sister's Machine. I don't know if anybody remembers them, but they were kind of like they were out of Seattle, just like this is all Seattle stuff.
Huh.
And
Culprit's badass. So I'm
this thing's pretty killer, man. But like My Sister's Machine was kind of, they had an Alice in Chains connection somehow too, and they were kind of in that vein. And if you guys don't mind, like that, been 6 months. So had this sitting around forever.
It's weird that they let you get records in jail.
Yeah. I had packages everywhere when I got home. It was great.
That's awesome.
This started out rough, but turned out really good. It was
I like that recording.
Yeah. It's the first track or two, I'm like, oh man. But by the end of it, end of the first side, it's 2 LPs.
Yeah, it's like it tuned it in a little tighter.
Yeah.
I think I think I said that to Mikey too.
Yeah, man.
Is it a
It's great.
soundboard?
That's why I thought it was a good recording. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese broadcast.
Oh, broadcast. Yeah, duh.
Yeah,
it's like a month or two after Cliff died. They had to do that.
Yeah.
The
I might
Japan
have
tour.
to score that.
Killer. What you got, Vance? I got some more on the next round.
Well, you brought up the Doom stuff, and I'm kind of in that group too. And there's a local Chicago band, Resin, that I've been in. This is their 4th album. It's on their just no label really to them.
That has got to be the coolest name for a Doom band.
Yeah, this is their album, Soulless. But yeah, I'm definitely into these guys a lot of the other stoner Doom stuff, but local Chicago too. So I got tickets. I've seen them already. Going to see them again in a couple of weeks, I think.
That shit is killer. Vance sent that. Also sent that to me, and that's what an album.
Like that. Yeah,
what an album.
Like
yeah.
I think we all picked this up, right? Or most of us.
Yeah.
So I've been, that's been in heavy rotation.
I just picked up CDs of those.
That's a great record right there.
Yeah, and then
what's up, Corey?
Yeah, Corey, what's up?
Going back, a little Cactus live in '71.
Nice.
This is a nice recording.
Is it? I bet. I never heard Cactus live. I don't think. I bet that would be great.
Fucking
fucking member.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is good stuff.
I'm just gonna leave that up for the rest of it.
2 dry ends is all I'll say.
Yeah, put Greeno up. Don't leave me up. What else do I got here?
Poop.
it's a 3-album set on a 2 separate ones. Roy Gallagher,
Mm.
live in '78.
How do they sound, dude?
I think they sound. This is Parachute, and Parachute
Yeah.
Records usually does some good. They have really decent recordings. Because I picked up Pearl Jam on them. I picked up some Van Halen boots. These guys,
You
I don't know
got
where
those-
they get their.
They were
stuff
the
from, but-
$8.99 ones.
Yeah, it was during that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going a little crazy. I think I picked up like a Paul Rogers one for like $6.
Dude, I did that on those fucking AC/DC boots, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I did. This one.
I saw
here,
the.
I
saw
ended
the-
up getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, 85
the-
tour. I saw them on this tour. I had to get it. Even though it's not Chicago, but it's Dallas. So.
Right
I
on.
gobbled up the whole damn stack in one shot. I felt so guilty. Yep, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, and then Nirvana I picked out of that group too. This is '94 broadcast.
Which
February.
which show is that?
It's in Italy. Italy in February 22nd of '94.
That's a good one.
This is
Is that right where
Double
he
Elm.
collapsed? He had
Yeah.
he has an incident in Rome. I remember that.
Yeah, that was like the first episode, and then like what April?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
capped himself. And then this too, and I think I last showed this, and I was like, oh, I got
Yeah,
that.
you got that one.
Yeah.
I thought this back collage is pretty cool too.
I love
Yeah.
the back of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. So snag that. 81, Deanna, yours.
My favorite years.
Yeah.
Man, I kept looking at all that stuff, and I'm like, and I held off. I didn't buy anything.
No,
It was awesome prices, man. Cool stuff. I sent the a link to Bizarro for the Roy Gallagher, and he's like, "What is this? Where's this?" And he was freaking out. I assume he got them. If he's still in here, Aaron, did you grab those? Because I knew that'd be right up his alley.
yeah,
man. Roy
I
Gallagher.
thought the same too, but because I know he's really into them big time, but yeah, these were great. I thought these sounded great.
What else you got,
I've
Ryan?
told a lot of people anything you see on that Parachute is really
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they typically do good stuff.
I didn't know we were showing more than one, so I'll show a
I guess he
few
means the
here.
Blaze Bailey years for Maiden are easily the best.
Yeah, that's his favorite.
I will blaze through these pretty quick. Blaze.
Eh.
This Judas Priest boot, Holidays in Houston, Texas Broadcast 83,
nice.
red
Killer.
vinyl. And I believe, this is a bootleg. This is a gatefold as well. So super nice package. This is on Fallen Angel. Sounds great.
That's one of those ones I think it gets done a lot, isn't it? I think I have that with a different cover.
I have quite a few Priest boots, but I don't have that show other than that one.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
And then some Maiden boots here. Another version of the Soundhouse tapes. This is a picture disc.
Right on.
Cool.
And then,
By the way, did you see the ones that popped up on our buddy on Facebook?
oh yeah.
You order them?
I'll show you here in a second.
No, he put up a couple today or yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
I
From
did
here
pick
to
that up,
Mexico,
too.
this is
Yeah.
on clear vinyl. This is 92 FM broadcast, Mexico City.
Nice.
And then now this is Evil Dead Records, and this is that label for the ones he just posted too. But this is the Legacy of the Beast tour,
God,
the last tour, picture disc, set, gatefold, and then these are the ones I think you're talking about here, right?
oh,
But
yeah.
these are the picture disc versions.
Oh, okay.
Because
God, I
that
love-
fucking artwork is.
I love that.
That's
See that?
killers, man.
I would just buy that for that. There's probably no record in it. I would buy it.
And,
Damn.
and so
This is
you
how
got it's the Killer Tour, Benelau in the Netherlands, August 28th, 81, and October 81 in Italy. And just to give you an idea. But the ones he just posted are colored vinyl ones. I had to kind of go out of the way to find the picture disc versions because they're just fucking gorgeous.
Are you going to get the colored vinyl?
Probably eventually, but I mean, I'm such a Killers fan. I mean, obviously, it's on my arm here, but So when these came out, I was like, oh my God, I gotta have them. 2 LPs each. So some new Maiden boots there. And I'll stop there this round.
What do you notice? There's sporadically announcing Maiden shows. They just did they announced 3 in
Yeah,
Canada.
they just announced Europe, I think, and
there's 3 in Canada, Calgary, Edmonton.
I didn't see any Canada dates.
Yeah,
so,
in I want to say October. So
We got Mikey.
it's a coming.
Actually, some more shit that Vance sent, which is incredible. Kind of on that Stoner Doom tip. The Well.
yeah, I love that band.
Death and Consolation. This is some killer stuff on Rod and Easy. This has a very unique. I hate being like check out this color, bro. But I'm doing that a lot. It seems. This is but this is really cool. It's gold, but it looks. See the pattern on it. It makes it look like gold foil or some shit.
That's pretty crazy.
I've never seen that before. That's pretty unique. It's like
I didn't even know that too.
like a gold wrap candy bar.
Yeah.
It's not a picture disc, is it?
No sir. No sir.
So it's just the vinyls like that.
Yeah. Scotty sent me the Dwarves. How to Win Friends and Influence People.
I love that record.
Also sent, I didn't own this. I had it on CD. I didn't own Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables, so he sent this.
Classic.
Sweet.
I mean, glad to add that to the collection. And I got 2 more. I'll just bust through them real quick. These are the ones I was telling you about Metal Theologian sending or bringing because he was here. Oh, wait, I got one. Actually, shit, motherfucker. Nebulous Prowler. I finally have a copy of Abigail, which
Mandatory.
I've wanted for a long time. I've just kind of been biding my time because I'm an idiot. And that's the name of the kid. The kid's name is Abigail, so even better. Yeah, and so these 2 that Metal Theologian brought, Yuri Gagarin. We played this one last week, so that's the name of the Russian cosmonaut. Yeah, but look at this. That's the back. This is the cover. Fucking killer shit. And it's kind of spacey out there, kind of stoner stuff. And I can't remember what country this is from. He can tell us, I'm sure. Maybe if I put my glasses on, I can tell you.
These new stoner doom bands have got their covers figured out, man.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, 100%. Recorded. I can't see it in here. If he's in here, he'll tell you. And then, so we listened to that one last week and kind of blew us away. And then this one, I waited until last night to play it on the show. And holy shit, this is one of the best things I've heard in a long time. Los Natas Corsarian Negro. But yeah. And I think it's South American. I can't remember what country. Argentinian, maybe. But also on the stoner tip and kind of really tribal. I mean, you can kind of tell by that. And man, just what a killer record. This really blew quite a bit of us away.
Looks very Aztec.
Yeah, and it's man, I can't speak highly enough of that record. Really enjoyed playing that last night and appreciate him fucking dropping that shit off.
Right
Yeah.
on. We got there, George.
Oh, Georgie boy.
First, I got this a couple months ago now. Freely's Comet.
Oh,
We Got
Oh, yeah.
Your Rock. It's the original first album
Wow.
You got that one, George?
that they
Is it on
had.
the boot or something, or
Yeah, it's a boot,
okay.
but it's on the. They make it look like it's on the bronze label.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? It's that. What was that one that always kind of mimics the original label? Forgot.
No, it's not.
Verve.
It's not Verve. No,
Oh, okay.
but it sounds great too. But they had recorded this record in '86, I think,
I never ever seen
or
that.
'85, I think. Originally recorded, and
That's pretty
I
cool.
think they shopped it around, but it never got picked up. And then a couple of years later, Atlantic picked it up, but he had re-recorded a lot of the songs, I think, for that record. But there's some that made it. There's the track listing. Like I know Audio Videos did not make it, but pretty killer.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's cool because it's Richie Scarlett. It's the original band, John Regan, and Anton Fig, I think. Another boot, AC/DC.
Ooh, that looks like an old one.
I've seen that one.
Oh, no, this is new. It's on
Oh.
that Iron Eagle Records.
Wow.
They did a couple Motorhead ones last year that were really killer.
That cover, the way it's kind of bare, kind of looks like
Yeah, I
an
know.
80s deal.
Yeah,
That's how they
no.
would do them in the 80s, remember? It would just be like
Yep.
plain.
But this is like one of 285 copies. And it's from
I wonder who comes up with that. Let's do 285.
87.
it's from France, December 15th, 79, right? Not too long before he passed away. Audience, but it's killer.
How much of those numbers do you believe?
None.
That's not the same
that's
way.
the other thing.
285, yeah, I bet there was about 1,000 pressed.
And I got that Maiden Soundhouse tapes on Verd.
Mhm.
Nice.
Right on.
I have a lot of this shit, but there was a couple tracks on here that I wasn't sure if I had, so I was like, what the hell? And the last one I got is this Van Halen at Pasadena.
Oh god, there's so many different covers of that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's an awesome show, though.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's
Is
a
that
great
Burn
show.
also?
Yep. That's the only reason why I picked up another
Oh,
cop.
I do
different.
I like that Vern what they do, but I think I have one that's like the Women and Children First cover on it, a picture on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first one I saw, but yeah, I imagine it's the same recording.
Yeah, I don't have that
I
one.
wish it was easier to pick up that Vern stuff, man. Because they're like
Yeah.
awesome. They're top notch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
them and Parachute. And
Well,
Hey, Vern.
I got the other Van Halen, and then there was another Van Halen with this one.
What's
And
up,
it's-
Scott?
The demos. It's not the Gene Simmons ones, it's the other demos. So I ordered it and I only got these two. And he sent me an email saying it. I don't know, I've been waiting back, but he's supposed to be sending me that soon.
That's cool.
But I
Yeah,
haven't
this is
heard
the
anything.
same show, right?
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
was talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I got. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one too.
But I think this show might have more tracks on it. You know how Vern does the bonus track stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put like on this one, they put like studio
This one has
demos.
11 tracks.
Yeah, this
6
one
on
has
the other side.
13.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, 2 demos.
That's a great show. If you can find that on any boot, I would pick that up. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Really
Like I
good
said,
recording.
with the Vern stuff, it's like, man, they're so nice that I gotta pick them up.
Yeah. All right, I got a few more here. Ran across this total freaking blind by, but Genghis Khan. It's a band out of Canada, and this was recorded in '81 and basically never released, I guess.
Huh.
But this is total. They're out of Canada. This is like total new wave British heavy metal. I mean, if you dig Angel Witch, Diamond Head, and all that stuff, I mean, even this is pretty spot on. You know, usually they name check. Oh, if you're into Sabbath, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, this doesn't sound anything like Sabbath. This sounds like Angel Witch and all that. This could have easily been in England when all this shit was going on. They kind of, the look. But that was a very much a surprise when I got it and finally listened to it. It was like, wow, the sticker was right on. I just pulled this out and spun it the other day, 12-inch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then Living Death EP. I think this was a high roller. Right? Yeah. I didn't have an original of this. I grabbed it. German thrash from the 80s. I think they had like 4 albums out in the 80s and this EP, maybe another EP.
I don't know that one. I'm gonna check that out.
It's full on destruction, creator, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, great.
that German, typical 80s German thrash.
Nice.
This I was kind of wanting to hear the other day. It just kind of popped into my head, so I pulled it out. I've had this forever. And this thing's awesome, man. It should kind of be spoken with to me with like the first Dokken album, the first Rat EP, just all that stuff. And that's that first Great White EP.
No,
Mm.
And this is before the bluesy Great White doesn't do much for me, you know what I mean? But this is before that. This is the LA kind of metal, you know, awesome stuff. And what's kind of interesting with this, like this one is the audiophile version, right? They did a
the
version.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah. And then they did regular versions, same label. But on the back, they also had like green ink, red, and blue. And I think there may have been, I think there were 4 total. Just odd. Yeah. It's like odd
All I
shit.
can say is fucking Jack Russell's got that super deep V working on that. Jesus.
I like a deep V.
That's a deep ass V. It's pretty bad when you can see belly button.
The last vinyl or last record I have here is from Slovakia, if I remember right. Metalinda.
Ooh,
Metalinda.
I think this is For the Money is what that translates to, the name of the album. And this is actually pretty good, man. I mean,
those guys look like serious business right there.
Are they singing in English or no?
No, that's the
Slavic?
bad. But yeah, you can see they have English
All
for
the
what,
money.
yeah, for what the title is.
I love the first track, A Chicken Love.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
That's fucking funny.
And this dude,
He's the
great
one that
for
wrote
action.
A Chicken Love.
Yeah.
and these 2 dudes might be in love themselves. I don't know. But
That dude's
it's-
rocking.
There's your
serious
segue
mold.
to the next topic.
yeah, no doubt. But it's pretty good. I've had this forever. I guarantee you a good 15 years that I hadn't spun it. It's just been sitting on a shelf, just in stuff. And I pulled it out a couple days ago and was like,
Just in from 15 years ago.
Holy shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I knew
is that wrong?
no,
I don't understand.
it's not.
What?
That stick behind is Greeno's inbox. That he has.
Only Greeno, man. That's what I'm telling you.
It's
fucking
back
funny.
from. It's actually back from when I used to work for a friend of mine that sold on. eBay.
I remember that.
George has met him,
Mhm.
Dave, and I worked for him for like 5 years and never took a penny from him. It was all these records and CDs. So yes, the inbox is still pretty full from those days. What's
That's
up,
awesome.
Bob? All right, that's what I have record-wise. I got some CDs if you guys want to go around again, or I can show you a couple more things.
I mean, I could always pull something, but no, I'm good.
I grabbed these mainly just for this band, Kid Wicked.
Oh yeah.
That's Sebastian Bach before.
Ah.
How does that sound?
It's pretty good. It's actually a little. It sounds stupid, but a little ahead of their times. It almost has a little bit of a '90s kind of heavy sound to it. More, not even like a Skid Row. It's pretty interesting. And this Loxley or whatever, the other band, are very much of their era. Just regular kind of metal. And this, I knew nothing about this band, but I had to grab it for those outfits. New York.
Yeah, I grabbed it too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's on that what is it, Ionian or whatever, however the hell you
Yeah.
pronounce that label.
Yeah.
They're pretty
Posted
killer,
on
man.
Facebook, dude. I swear to God, when you showed that, all I could think of was Steel Dragon, man.
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, it's just crazy. How can you not?
Yeah,
And it came out on vinyl too, but I didn't
that
think.
chainmail robe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those guys fuck 100%.
Yeah.
I think the vinyl was like $40. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, I'll take the $15 CD, thank you.
Yeah.
Grab this Malice demos.
I was talking about them last night. They had a music on vinyl reissue that came out yesterday.
It
Really?
sounds stupid, but it's ahead of its time. That's
Who would have thought? I mean, there's some weird little band out of Canada, but they had like a kind of a little bit of a 90s sound to it, more than an 80s metal sound. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty much just straight up the album. There's my stamps. I use those to mail shit.
nice.
But
Whoa, into the
it's
void.
nothing great, nothing really like totally different than the regular releases. But yeah, I like Malice. I grabbed that.
Dude, I was telling a story last night on the show, but like, do you remember that movie Vice Versa with Fred Savage and Judge Reinhold. Well, he really wanted to go to the Malice concert and I thought it was made up. I thought it was just a made up because I was a kid. And then like, as I started researching all these like old metal bands and stuff, like Malice was popping. I'm like, wait, where do I know that from? And I'm like, oh, they were really in the fucking movie. It was really Malice.
Did you say you picked something up by him?
No, I just saw that something came out yesterday, like on a music on vinyl. I can't remember the name of the album.
What's that first album? In the Beginning, or what the hell was it called?
I can tell you real quick because it's still on my rundown from last night. Stand by.
That first album's cool, man. I mean,
License to Kill.
That's okay. That's the second album, I think, right? That
Limited
was good
to
too.
1,000, I guess.
Yeah, both their albums are cool. I mean, if you're slowly getting into some of the '80s metal, they're worth checking out, I think. They're very much like a Priest sounding kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
The last CD I got is Malibu Barbie.
Yeah.
I grabbed that because that's Leather Leone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, before she went, with Chastain. Awesome singer.
Yeah.
Always dug her, man. I thought she's got balls, man. For a chick, she's killer. So, and the record, the vinyl of this is like impossible to find or expensive. So, boot come out. Last thing I got is I've never seen this. I grabbed it finally.
You've never seen that?
You never saw
Never
that?
seen it. It's
Are
one
you
of
serious?
those movies that got by me.
Theater for that. Yeah.
Shot in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is like right around beginning of my college years. So I missed a lot of movies at that time. So
There's another movie that's almost identical to that. I can't think of the name of it, but it's much poorly produced than that. But it's the exact same story.
really,
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called though.
Is
I've
that
seen
the one
it.
in the mall?
Chopping Mall.
Yeah,
Mall-
you're not.
Mall
No, I love Chopping
No,
Mall.
not
but
chopping. Yeah, no, it is.
there's one where
chopping.
trucks like surround the diner, and I'm like, wait, this is Maximum Overdrive, but it just had a different name, and it was like like a Tubi movie.
Oh.
You know what, Mikey? Since you're an old VHS horror guy, you ever see a movie called Prey?
I remember that, but I never see that around.
About the guy. He's an alien, and he crashes his ship or something, and on some farm with two lesbians, and
I remember that from back in the day, like back in the VHS rental days. I remember
dude,
that.
that is a wicked weird flick, man. I don't know if it's French or English or I don't know what, but I just remember, back in, I think I saw it my freshman year of high school. I rented it based on just the cover.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I was like, for like 3 or 4 days afterwards, I was just like,
And like going back and watching shit like that now, it really lends itself to VHS. There's something about that aesthetic, how it's like imperfect and there's kind of rolls and stuff. It makes shit scarier, in my opinion.
yeah, it's almost like you get that feeling of the original Texas Chainsaw had this feeling for me. It was almost like documentary or home movie.
Yeah.
Grainy kind of.
Yeah.
That was when Blu-rays first came out. People, when they did the original digital upgrade for Chainsaw, people were pissed.
Yeah,
It looked too good.
it's too good. That's totally.
that I don't know about you guys, but like when we got our first flat screen and Blu-ray and all that, it took me a while to get used to because it was almost like 3D looking, like I could reach into it. Now it looks, I can't see it anymore. It looks the same. It looks regular, but it took me a while to watch some of that stuff.
Yeah, we
stuff.
actually when I was in film school, that we were always talking about, because it was right when DV, like digital video technology, was really coming about, and comparing like film to like digital video is flat. It's completely lifeless and flat. It's like a digital recording in music, it's completely flat and lifeless, and it doesn't allow you to get kind of lost inside the movie. There's something about the aesthetic of film that when you go into a theater, it's got this certain quality to it that allows your brain to go into like imaginary land, and over time being conditioned, your brain knows that to be imaginary land when you go to a movie. And DV had this weird thing to where for some people you couldn't get lost in a movie like you could like back in the day, and it's just because of the aesthetics of the medium, man. It's really strange.
That is film, something that was originally filmed on film, but you're watching it on DVD or Blu-ray. Does it still have that? Because I've noticed that with like an old recording that's analog, still sounds cool to me on CD, but something that's totally a digital recording.
I think just the same way of music, you're obviously gonna lose some of that down the line, but it's gonna retain some of that as well.
Yeah.
So if you watch Friday the 13th, you're watching it on Blu-ray, which I want to see that on VHS personally, but Blu-ray will still look the same, but you'll lose the the little warbles in the corner and shit like that. Yeah. But that whatever they originally shot it on, you can only clean it up so much. Now there is circumstances where they clean shit up too much, and it loses that panache.
I watch a couple guys that are movie collectors, and they're always kind of talking about that stuff. It's like, man, they've taken too much of the grain out or whatever, and some of them like it, some of them don't. It's kind of whatever you're into. It's like us with music. But it's kind of funny to see them bickering over that kind of stuff.
And certain genres, if you're going to watch some bro comedy that you're just, you're getting stoned and watching some stupid thing, it really doesn't make a shit. But when you're talking about horror, like a drama, or like, a real, artiste like film, somebody's put some actual, artistic thought behind, stuff like that does make a difference,
Yeah. Right on. Are we...
Do you remember that? What was it, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that movie Grindhouse? It was like a double feature.
Yeah.
Like Robert Rodriguez and
yeah, it was just over the top crazy.
when that first came out in the theater, they had all that grit added to the movie. Like, so it made it look like gritty 70s like driving film.
Right.
And then I believe like the first or second press on DVD, you could choose from the gritty one or not gritty.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say they took it out because people freaked out about it.
Well, no, people freaked out that they took it out on the original, I think, DVD. So I think when they reissued it, they put it originally and without. It's something weird like that. And then they ended up, I think, didn't they release both films separately with added footage?
Yeah, was it the other one with Kurt Russell and the car one?
I didn't like that one as much as no, that's the one I like better than the other one was the chick
with the machine gun on her leg or whatever.
Yeah. No, what was the other one? The other one was like a horror one with James Brolin. Or not James Brolin.
I just remember the Kurt Russell one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the car. That was Death Trap.
Death Trap, yeah.
What was the one with the zombie? I guess Death Trap was probably the more popular one.
Yeah.
That had the girl too in it with the.
I think so.
Yeah, but there was like a zombie one.
I don't remember that.
Josh Brolin.
I probably saw it, but I don't remember it.
Best Josh Brolin film is Thrashing. Come on.
Planet Terror.
Scotty
Planet Terror. That's it. Yeah, Planet Terror. That was
Scotty
good.
Strychnine with the win.
All right, man. We're an hour and 47 in. I guess we should get to the main topic.
All right. Yeah.
I missed all the text about the main topic because I was working. So.
I just kind of threw it out as like, because the reason I threw it out is because I dig album covers that are like, look very rock and roll or whatever. Just a straight picture of the band. It's not a bunch of bullshit. And yeah, thought it'd be kind of cool to pull some of those out.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I know the first Britney Fox records. Except for the outfits.
Yeah,
the
first
Britney Fox
stuff.
What was on the first Britney Fox?
Just the four of them. No, just the four of them.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking of the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you look at it now, like almost 40 years later, and you're like, "Holy fuck! Look at these!
Yeah.
Look at these handsome fellas."
So I pulled out.
Greedo,
Go
real
ahead.
quick. Michael Kelly's going to be on a future episode.
Right on. I saw where they're playing M3 Fest. What, this year or next year?
Yeah, we had nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay.
That's just Billy and some other scrubs.
Yeah. So I pulled out album covers that are awesome to me and some that are just over the top ridiculous, because those are awesome too.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
So you want to go, Vance?
Oh, well, I guess. it's not a show if I don't squeeze this in. I mean,
very good.
I was waiting for the ZZ
Yeah,
Top.
Whoa.
I don't care. It's
I
the
didn't
back
even-
cover. I don't care.
I didn't even read this thread, and I know for sure he wasn't talking back cover.
We'll let it go because it's Led Zeppelin.
But it's a nice cover, isn't it, George? All right. I was playing. Actually, I like this one. It's a bootleg. And Lance like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, wait. Highlight Aaron's comment there.
What?
Says holy shit. Very seldom do I suggest something that Aaron liked.
Well, no, because earlier he kind of trashed it. He says because nobody likes that one or something like that. And now
That album,
No,
he's
fucking
going back on his comment.
Fucking Aaron was just impressed by the deep V.
the last track on that EP is double bass through the whole song.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy for a Great White song.
For Great White, that's kind of
Yeah.
nuts.
What else you got, Vance? Sorry.
This they actually did, I think, use this for promo posters or promo, kits or whatever. It was Motorhead's
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I pulled
No,
that
they
one
used
well,
this for
Vance.
publicity. Yeah. Oh, did you? Okay.
I thought of that too, and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's going. That's one of the great picture covers,
Yeah,
man.
there you
It's
go.
awesome.
And I like this too. I mean, it's just a band shot, but
Yeah,
Dream
there
Up
you go.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
I love that stuff, man. It's just
Yeah. It's
fucking,
just,
here's us. We're rock and roll. Here you go.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if. Well, it might have been a session. I don't know if it was from a show or something. But,
Yeah.
so.
All right, I'm just jumping in one just to shove it up Vance's ass real quick.
This fucking guy.
There you go.
That's a good one too.
That's the better one. And you know what, Vance? It's the front cover.
Oh, this
It's the
fucking guy.
front. The front.
Well, all right. You want to play games?
You know what else, George? Hey, George, you know what else? There's 5 over 4.
No.
Ooh.
That's true.
Malacca's over here. Fucking, I mean, come on.
And actually, I
Yeah,
like
that works.
Yeah.
Where are
Yeah, there
they?
you
Hold
go.
on.
You got extra
Hold
there.
on. Hold.
Right
How
there.
many people was in
Yeah,
it?
but half those people.
This is when it was an 8-piece band. They flew bombers.
They had 5 guitarists.
Led Zeppelin's so cool they put the fucking stage crew on it.
And you got the fucking crew on there.
My favorite AC/DC band cover, rather than Highway to Hell's got to be Let There Be Rock.
Yeah, that is.
That's a better
That's like
cover.
we should do like a stage shot.
Favorite
Yeah.
AC/DC album.
What you got, Laz?
Let's see what's first I grabbed here. Okay, this one's cool because, man, I swear to God, these guys are trying so hard to look like Motley Crue, but it looks like they had their photo shoot done at the fucking Sears at the mall. But this is Mistreater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I have that.
Look at that, man. Dude, if this guy here ain't trying to be Mickey Six and
Yeah.
that dude ain't trying to be Mick Mars, I don't know.
Totally.
Yeah.
But
If I remember right, that album's pretty shitty, isn't it?
it's actually pretty cool, man.
Maybe
There's
I'm
the
thinking of
back.
a different one.
You're thinking of fucking Killer Fox.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yep.
But
That's a
that
good
was-
one, dude.
But look at that. Doesn't that look like they were like at the mall and was like, all right, guys, we need a picture for our fucking album cover. Everybody pitch in $5. We can afford 2 shots.
It's totally taken by somebody's aunt in her like little studio or some shit.
Basement. Let's put up the
think-
white paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the white shoes got bitched at.
Yeah.
White
Why'd you
shoes
fucking
on,
wear
dude.
white shoes? Yep.
Yeah, we're not a fucking new wave band.
We got Mikey.
I'll start with a Stone Cold classic, and it's not really that it's one of my favorite album covers. It's the story behind this, and the one you all know probably.
Oh, yeah.
Black Sabbath Sabotage, right? And this is a very weird.
Wife's pajamas.
Yeah. So the story goes that they got to the studio to do the shoot, and the record company had one idea, and like the publicist had another idea, and the band didn't know what the fuck was going on for numerous reasons. And so they show up with like nothing to wear. Ozzy's wearing a kimono. He's completely free balling underneath that. They had to like people were like giving each other underpants and stuff. And the photo was supposed to be black and white, I guess, with one thing like popping out or some shit. But that didn't end up happening. So Bill Ward is wearing his wife's stretch pants. And that's where those fucking ridiculous goddamn red pants come from in this. But it's so mismatched and such a hodgepodge of just nobody knowing what the fuck is going on.
Dude, it is so Sabbath went to the thrift store to fucking get clothes to shoot that photo.
Dude signed off on that, man. Yeah, this is
I don't think they know. There was so many different. When I was reading about that, because I sort of remembered the story, but I went back and kind of refreshed myself, and it was a total clusterfuck of like just people not knowing what the fuck's going on. I'll pull this one out on this round too. This came in a box of Metal Theologian. Let's listen to it for the first time last night. Metal Theologian left me and Carl a box that we split up, and I thought after I saw like this may be a Greeno record. I was like, I asked MT. I was like, did I find a Greeno record? You guys know Black and Blue?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Hold
Look
on
at these
to 18, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I love this shit. He told me, he said, because it wasn't mine then, it was a box, and so we were like drafting them, we're splitting them up, and he said, despite this cover, this is a pretty good record. You know, so I took a stab on it, and I fucking love it. I love this record.
I'm
with you, Mikey.
They just played around here not long ago.
Really, still gigging and shit.
Yeah, I think it's like 75% of the original band. Of course, what's his name's in Kiss now.
I mean, these guys are up to no good right here.
You do know that, right, Mikey?
No.
That's Ace Frehley. Yes,
That's
Tommy
Ace.
Thayer.
Kiss.
That's Ace now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
Tommy
been with
Thayer's
me.
in it. Okay.
This is a
With you,
promo
Mike.
copy too. Sweet. Nice.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
bro.
I pulled that one too, and the cool thing about it is it's not even a photo.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's a painting or something.
It's a painting.
That's
Yeah.
fucking weird. Just think this is hanging in somebody's house somewhere, probably. Scaring all the fucking grandkids and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that album had its
Cheers,
moment
guys.
when it first came out. Hold On to 18 was a pretty big song for about 6 months on MTV.
Really?
Yeah, very much so.
I really dig it though. I'm glad I snagged that one.
That's awesome, dude. Love that album. You got any, George, or do you have time to pull anything?
No, I was just like the AC/DC Let There Be Rock's probably my favorite. Brittany Fox, just because that's my boys.
Yeah.
But like picture wise, I was trying to think today, and I had a hard time
As usual.
as usual. But yeah, because I mean, obviously, like the Kiss, the certain 70s Kiss records, like Destroyer on the Mountain.
Shit, I even pulled this one,
Yeah,
There
like
you go.
that. You know, that's.
but I don't like it. I mean that cover, but you know.
Mikey, I saw that tour.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this record? Do you guys like this record? Because
I
I'm
do.
new to Kiss. Really.
I like
I
that
have
record.
It's
I
a
kind
whole
of checked out on the non-makeup years. for
it's a
while.
whole different deal, and I like it now. At the time, it was a little much.
Yeah.
'Cause they were like, okay, you guys are just trying to be hair bands.
Jay, what's the one you brought over? I really like.
Animalize.
Animalize.
Animalize is really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's a great record.
All
I
that
dig that.
non-makeup stuff now is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going back to it now. It's
Yeah.
like, now I'm
Yeah,
looking
it took
for
me a
it. At
while.
at the time, I checked out. And,
Yeah.
Fucking Creatures of the Night kicks ass. That
Yeah.
record.
no, that yeah, but after
The one I hated when it first
Lick
came
It
out
Up was fine, but then I faded.
I always
was
think
Unmasked. I love that album now. That's
Yeah.
like a full-on pop classic, man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
And then she loved me.
Torpedo Girl, that song.
Talk to
Take
me.
it high.
That's a great album. I got a little stack here. Go with a couple. Talking shit about them earlier, I guess, but one of my all-time ever EP. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, classic. No, that's a good one.
That to me, yeah.
I
that
love
to me
the,
is just, you know,
The fisheye lens used on that.
Yeah,
is really
that's a
cool.
great shot.
yeah, yeah,
And you got Lars
And
just
it's so
putting his
simple.
hand in like it's a neck.
yeah. It's so simple. It's just it's the band. Here we are. Yeah, that's what I love about covers like this.
Yeah, that
Here
was
we
a-
are in
that-
the prison shower.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like some photographers. Hey, we're in the we need some shots. You guys are in the shower in some stadium. Here we are. Snap some.
Yeah,
shots.
and it ends up being an album cover.
Yeah.
And then these two go together for me, and they're stone cold classics, and they're up there for me. First two Ramones. I mean,
Oh,
come
I knew
on.
you'd pull those.
Yeah,
I knew you'd pull those.
how can you not?
Yeah.
But those are perfect to me.
Yep.
And I'll do one more because this kind of goes with those two. And this is one of my favorite album covers too because it's just straight ahead.
You're not pulling Thin Lizzy, are you?
And it's a
Oh,
great
dude, damn it! I
album.
pulled that one.
Awesome, just hard rock killer, fucking straight up album, man.
Put me up, George. God
There
damn
we
it.
go.
Such a great album, man. And I
It's
almost
so
pulled
funny though because I got to tell you, Greeno, I knew you were going to pull the Ramones,
Yeah,
right? Because I was thinking about that, and I'm like, nah, Greeno's going to pull the Ramones, but this album always reminds me of that, so I'm going to pull it.
it does
And I'll
me
be
too,
damned
man.
if you
It's
pull.
that's a total. I mean, come on, man. That's a total Ramones deal.
Total, yeah.
Yeah, you got the wall behind them and the whole nine. It's awesome.
Like, yeah, no one will pull this one.
The rock and roll wall.
I almost grabbed their first one. It just got reissued. It's got just the band shot too, but this one's a better cover, I think.
Yeah, totally.
I think Aaron should go listen to Asylum again. He says it's a bad record. I don't think it's a bad. I think it's a great record.
Yeah, I dig them now. Like I said, at the time, it was like
I did,
so.
dude.
Yeah,
I did at the time. I liked it at the time.
Second
Except
Kiss
for
for me
the,
is Lick It Up, man. That album is, I fucking love that record.
That's a great record. My favorite non-makeup is obviously Revenge, though. That's such a great record.
Lick It Up with Not for the Innocent, and oh god, what's the other one? Fuck, Not for the Innocent. They're both Gene tracks.
All Hell's Breaking Loose. That's
No.
your favorite track on there.
Fist Like a Glove.
That's a great song. Yeah.
That's a fucking heavy tune. I love that. Love that
Aaron,
album.
Aaron just messaged me saying that Great White is a solid 7 out of 10.
Well,
I can't believe it.
Print that shit out, Greeno. Hang it on the wall.
yeah,
I'm going to.
because he was crapping on it earlier.
I don't know. I think it deserves more of an 8 with that V.
Yeah.
A
It's a good
solid
record,
8V.
man. Their first full length is good.
Yeah,
too.
MT likes covers, so yeah, that V might put it over the top.
Then they went all bluesy and kind of lose it. But
That's
you
why
got,
I liked them.
you got
8, right? Yeah.
what else you got last?
Oh, last, okay.
Who's
Oh, I'm
up?
sorry. I'm sorry, Vance. I skipped you. Go ahead.
Oh, all right.
You know, Vance.
Come here.
What Zeppelin you got?
No, you.
Fucking with you.
I
Fucking
got-
with you.
I can throw the back of Zeppelin 3 and bootlegs. But
That's a good one too. Good
Yeah.
pick.
What's with the gas station guy? We need a shot while you guys are on the road. Let's go to the gas station.
That is a good pick.
Lean on this pump and look cool, bro.
Yeah. All right, so it's not Zeppelin. So what? But I like this picture of the band, Pearl Jam. It's a bootleg thing.
It's a good picture.
Cool.
But
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
like it. It's just kind of just hanging out. Classic purple.
Yeah.
Purple.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that album.
Yeah, good stuff there. And I got on a couple more. It's good. Let Laz go if we're gonna go around again.
Okay, let's see here. What we do. I think I want to do this.
Oh,
Okay.
you're so
All right, so this is going to be a pair, two pairs. This I'm just going to show because there's a reason. So Blue Oyster Cult live, okay, that black Cadillac, right? But the album that I'm going to show, because it always reminds me of this.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
Oh.
That's a cool
Oh,
cover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is the same fucking car.
Yeah.
You know, I've always pictured this at a fucking graveyard, and obviously that's where they are.
That's a good pick, dude.
Yeah.
So
Makes
yeah,
me want
I've
to drink in a
always loved this
cemetery.
cover. Fucking love this album. I love how back in the day you can. This is like before Photoshop, and you can see how they totally like fucking green screened the lightning cloud
Yeah.
behind them here. You know that was a bright sunny day. Look at them.
Yeah.
Right. But just captures the time and everything. But yeah, I've always, every time I've looked at this cover, it makes me think of this.
I'm same way. I agree, man. That's
Yeah.
killer
So
pick.
that one, that pair, and then
Hell.
you can have your choice on these because same artist and same idea, and both are absolutely classics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, come on, this is, you know,
That
probably
screams
one of the
Saturday morning
most-
cartoons to me.
Yeah, but this has got to be one of the
Pose.
most recognized legendary album covers ever created. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, but those two
Right
go
on.
hand in hand.
Right on. Good picks. We got Mikey.
My favorite album that got released last year, and this one's actually still sealed because I got it for the kid. The Chats Get Fucked. And it's
Another
just
brick wall.
yeah, another brick wall, and just some young ass New Zealand kids flipping the bird to the camera, which you can't get anymore. Fucking just
Yeah.
here it is in that. My favorite
Where's the-
album of last year, man.
I did.
Where's
I've
the-
been trying,
where's the-
I've
where's
been trying
the,
like hell to find that.
The parental
record.
advisory sticker on that record.
Yeah, really. Actually, you know, when our band first released our first CD back in the day, we had a parental advisory in the corner, and it said "Parental Advisory." We say "fuck" a lot, like on the actual album. Had to pull this one out. Another Stone Cold classic.
Damn it. Well, there goes another one.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, brother. But yeah, that one's just fucking. I mean, that just says
Classic,
it all
yeah.
right there. That says it all.
One of the greatest albums ever.
And oh shit, I'll do two more real quick. Stooges,
There you go.
the fucking the Kmart portrait look right here. You know,
Yeah.
that totally looks like they went up to Kmart and had a portrait made. And love this fucking record, and I love this picture. Could you talk about just here we are, motherfucker?
I thought about that one.
Tad, yeah.
yeah.
That's killer.
And again, I've said this before, but Tad Doyle, in some of my larger days, he looks a little too close to what I look like for my comfort. Kind of bothers me a little bit. So, but yeah, Tad is fucking can do no wrong in my
What
anyways.
balls do you have for that to be your cover? Just like, here you go, motherfucker. This
And
is
it's not
Tad.
like, and it ain't like they're pretty or nothing. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
that's what I mean. It's like, we are fucking Tad. Here's
Yep,
what you're
standing in front of a fucking cow and like, and the name of the album is 8-Way Santa.
No.
It's like that's so fucking cool.
They walked into the office of the label that day and was like, "Yeah, we did that photo for our fucking cover that you asked for," and they threw down a Polaroid.
Yeah.
You know?
Moving on. What's next? Yep. That's fucking.
Yeah, I remember
cool.
that was Sub Pop too, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's probably 100 bands that did the same thing, man.
I got a few more here. With this band, it's like, do you go with the first album or do you go with your favorite cover? You gotta go with favorite cover.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Love
Fucking
that
A.
cover. And then, of course, you gotta love the insert.
They were
here,
pretty
the-
much. Check me if I'm wrong. I mean, they were pretty much on every album cover. They never really got into.
Yeah, you're right, kind of. Yeah.
Double platinum, no.
Well, that's a
Well, actual
collection.
studio regular.
yeah, but
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Revenge they didn't. But most of them they're on there. Yeah.
Yeah, Revenge of the Not. That's right.
Man, I've never flipped a script on a band more than Kiss. A band I completely hated to a band that I completely love now. It's so crazy.
And then here we go. Same album, different cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
One on Atlantic and the one on Secret.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Same photo shoot. What caused them to, hey, we want to use this picture instead of this picture? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, it's a
why?
Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
same
wow.
shit, basically. Then a couple different ones I just love. Big Bad Bo.
Oh, fucking A. Oh, Bo Diddley covers. I should have thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
a
great one.
badass right there, man.
He has so many great ones.
So late 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, on that chopper. And then love this album cover. Love this album. Nudie suits and all. Come on, man.
Buck Owens and his Buckaroos.
Dude, I'm actually looking for a copy of that. I think that's the one. Ragnar, pal in Iceland, he collects Buck Owen stuff, as do I. And
Really?
he's looking for that one specifically.
If I see one pop up, I'll let you know,
That's
dude.
funny.
I see that and it makes me want to go watch the Three Amigos.
A tiger by its tail.
And then we got some to go over the top. I don't even hardly remember this record, but I remember the cover. Like,
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Woo-wee.
that may be 80s.
I'm bricked
never
up
saw
over
that
here.
Look at that. That is not Tad.
No.
Wait, let's do it again. I wasn't jumping high enough.
Here, you guys stand here, and I'll just I'll push, and I'll look like I'm jumping.
Roger, your pants are ripped.
Let's get the half shirt.
Look at those! Whoa, the guy on the far left. Holy
That's-
balls! His balls are almost out.
Coach, your balls are hanging out.
Jesus, you got to shave to wear that fucking.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I would say looking at those shorts and where they are, I don't think he's got anything.
Huh.
Wait, is that a girl?
It could be.
Hey, you think that one's bad?
They
Uh-oh.
gotta
guys
sound like fucking Poison or something like that.
You guys ever heard of Shotgun Messiah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Killer
yeah.
band, right? Before
Yeah.
they came to America, they were called Kingpin.
Yeah.
This is the same album as their debut when they came to America.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Oh,
They did
Whoa.
not look like that
Nope.
when they came to America. And the back is just as lovely.
Oh
my
my.
goodness.
Look at Tim Scold here.
What
Yeah.
is going
What is he
on there?
doing?
That's
He's
sus.
taking
We'll
the
call that
tailpipe.
sus.
What
Dude, that is borderline Madam X, man.
awesome band. And this album, it got remixed when it came to America. It's pretty much the same album.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of like a industrial rock kind of thing, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Just cut to the chase and put dicks on your cover.
Is that awesome or what? You
Yeah.
got Vinnie Vincent here.
Double V.
But yeah. Killer
That's
album, man.
hilarious. That's great.
Got any more, Vance?
Just the one. Again, I didn't pull like goofy. I should have done that, but I was just kind of going like just photo shoots kind of things where it wasn't no big on the art side. And I mean, this is a classic, but it was just a simple, photographer. Hey, let's get the guys together. Click, 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 click. The Allman Brothers live at Fillmore.
And it's such an iconic photo, you know.
and it's just a if you see the scroll of film, they're just clicking around, and that's the one they went with, and yeah,
And that's them, man.
and then the road crew on the back, which they give props to the road crew there, but
Yeah, props for that.
But that's got that. It looks southern, that black and white. It looks like they sound to me. You know what I mean?
I got a few more. I'll breeze through these really quick.
all yours.
So classic Venom,
Mm.
Canadian
Yeah.
Assault.
Fuck yeah.
Love the smoky, smoky background there. Awesome live shots on the back, but love that shot. This one's for Aaron. Black Death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a great record that is.
Hell yeah.
Well, bring that a little closer, Joyce. Look at that! Look at that!
I am lucky enough to own an original of that.
No shit. No, you don't.
Such an
Yeah,
awesome fucking shot.
with the single, and it's dead mint, dude.
Mm. So killer.
Rocks Gang.
There you go.
Yep.
Whoa.
That doesn't say glam. I don't know. There's another one, Vance, like we were talking about with the promo stuff.
That's
Oh,
sweet
that's
that you
cool.
get that stuff, man.
Rocks Gang.
It's still hard to find those sheets,
Yeah. Like this one, Mithra.
That's cool.
And then classic.
Absolutely. I thought about that one too.
Just classic.
Fucking A.
Man, God, I love this fucking record. Love this band, but Animal Man by Rogue Mail.
I don't know that.
Mm-mm.
I saw
Big
you show
Road.
that, man. I've never seen that one.
You never seen this? Dude,
Nah.
this album fucking slays. I love this record. In fact, since we're talking about that photo shoot, one of my favorite band photos ever of all time is used on the inner sleeve of this.
Oh,
Whoa.
look at that!
Road Warrior, anybody?
That's
Yeah, that's exactly
that
what
took a little
their-
time. Props for that.
Yeah.
That took a little time.
Yeah, that's exactly what their shtick is. It's basically Road Warrior metal. So
Yeah.
Huh.
yeah, but absolutely, this is one of my favorite photos of all time.
That dog's dead by now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Wow.
And then last one, classic. Just it's not the whole band, but I mean just classic. I've always something about this cover.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
That's metal. That is
Yeah.
metal.
He's got
just-
the metal veins going on.
Yeah, the neck
The
muscles.
cords, the neck cords.
Yeah.
So
Right on.
there you go. That's my stack.
I think we all pulled some good ones, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a few. You mean blast through a few? I got
Yeah, you got more?
just a few. You're talking about the iconic the Metallica fisheye lens. I pulled this. It's not metal or anything, but Smashing Pumpkins Gish.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
that
cool.
cover.
Yeah.
It's such a cool cover, and really a shame that album got kind of overshadowed. I mean, I'm more of a Nirvana fan overall, but that the album just got completely blown out of the water a few months
Dude,
later.
no, it was big here though. I mean,
Gish
I
and
bet.
you-
I bet.
here in
Gish and
Chicago, yeah.
Wall, those the EP and that album are like that's the ones I like. You know what I mean?
This is kind of a newer record. Where unfortunately, my cat got to it over here, but Slow Season. Westing, it's kind of unique in the fact that it's just Silhouette, but it's these guys sound they're very much Led Zeppelin-ish. It's on Rod and Easy Records.
Wow.
It came out a few years ago. Definitely worth checking out, especially you can get it for fucking Focus, you motherfucker.
Actually, Mikey, I've been listening to it. They have a new album out, that Westing.
Yeah, there's several Slow Seasons.
I've been listening to it. Yeah, I'm
Dude, that
pull
is-
trigger on that.
That is so like 70s soul looking kind of an album cover.
It's very Zeppelin worship. I like it better than I do like Greta Van Fleet or whatever. I think they do a much better job than them, honestly.
Right on.
But me personally, I had to pull this Stone Cold classic. I mean,
There you go.
Amen, baby.
it's just right down the middle. I know we all got it. We love it.
There's something about a good live shot like that too.
Yeah, me
You know what I
too.
mean?
And something unique to finish off. One of my favorite albums in my collection, actually. Champs. This is the third Champs record. And they're not. It's not the Champs you may know. The Champs are the ones that they were a band called the Champs. It's a 2-piece like metal instrumental shit from the '90s, and very intricate harmonies and shit. I think they play like 9-string, like Dan Electro, weird guitars. But they cover the Captain America theme song, by the way, which is really cool. But they were called the Champs, and then they said when they got signed or whatever, they're like, well, you can't be the Champs. The Champs that's who wrote like Tequila, Tequila. And they're like, oh, okay, we're the fucking Champs. So they're actually known as the fucking Champs. And that's their third record, which is I think they're repressing it now, but it's a really, really cool record.
Metal
and-
Theologian said he used to be friends with one of those dudes.
Are you serious? Have you never told me that before, or am I just faded? I mean, don't answer that. I'll shut up. The Champs are they're amazing. I got turned on to them in the 90s, and I found this, I think it's one of the most I'd paid for a record in a store. I think it was like 25 or something like that, but they were, it's the only press they ever did. And I think recently Music on Vinyl or somebody was going to put it back out or something, but it's like they are pricey. So I stole that for 25. Yeah.
Well, right on, guys. Another
That's-
episode in the books.
Yeah, it was a
Fucking A,
good
man.
episode back.
Hell yeah.
I guess
For this year, join us
yeah.
next year. Well,
Yeah.
Hey, some news real quick. Did you guys hear John Oliva announced he's getting ready to start work on the next and last, finally, Sabotage album?
no.
I did
No, I
hear
didn't.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I saw you posted something about that, I think. Or somebody
Yeah, that'll be
posted something.
good. I hope.
I never thought there'd be another Sabotage album, man. So I was jazzed to hear that.
Right on. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You guys can hang if you want. I gotta roll because, as you can see, he's needing
Oh.
something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I gotta go let mine out.
He's gonna hump it.
Come on, bub.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
gotta
man. It's
get
good seeing you
back.
guys, and
yeah.
hopefully we'll do
All
it
right.
again before another 6 months.
Fucking
Yeah.
A. Thanks for the invite. I really appreciate it.
Like I said,
Yeah,
if, you
thanks,
guys wanna
guys.
hang, if you guys want to
Good hang
hang,
with
go
you.
ahead. I just got to roll. So I'll talk to you later.
See you.
Later.
See ya.